watching live. You're watching live here from Urban Lee Field in Geronimo, Texas, where tonight your Navarro Panthers take on the Floresville Tigers to open the 2024 Panther football season. Stay tuned for Panther football pregame show next. You're watching Panther football live on the Navarro Panther Network. Play-by-play, I'm joined here by Garrett Dieter.
Yes, sir.
Color man here tonight
hello.
with us. And you are here for the Panther 2024 opening playoff, right? Not playoff. Opening game, opening the season. So let's talk a little bit about the Navarro Panthers for this year. Navarro in 2023, returning starters. 2 on offense, 0 on defense, coming off a 9-4 season, regional semifinalist. Third round lost to Sinton, which was a painful loss, right?
That was a painful game.
Focusing in as well on the Panther, keep that up.
But it's Panther night, or Parents' night, here, as you can see, the senior Panthers and all Panthers are getting introduced.
Too, I need you to focus in on the.
So, but let's talk a little bit about the 2024 Panthers and what they've got this year. They're starting a sophomore quarterback, Peyton Helford, which is new, right? And then we've got several a couple of two-way starters. We got a senior, Ethan Borchardt. They call him the Shark.
Oh, okay. That's
and
convenient.
there you go. He's a hard-hitting, strong safety coming in. He plays swingman and rover safety back. Nice. Cade Pugh, which has played since he was a sophomore. He's starting left tackle, and he's playing a defensive end.
Yep.
Which Craig Hyman, number 55, senior. He's quick guard. Yeah, which you're probably well familiar with, and he's a strong linebacker.
Enjoy the offensive lineman there.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to ask you a bunch about that. Then we got number 22, a junior, Braddock Galini, who is just a firecracker. We're going to talk a little bit. He's starting tight end, and he's starting
on the defensive
back the defensive end, and you will see him quite a bit tonight. So
smooth on the cameras.
Anyways, but Navarro coming into the season, it's a big season. It's a little bit of a rebuilding year for the Panthers, graduating a large senior class last year. But we don't talk about that. We talk about reloading, right?
Oh, of course. That's the big number that sticks out on the page for sure. We're only returning 2 starters. On offense and none on defense. That's going to be the big question marks we're all kind of wondering leading into the season, and so that'll be, I think, where we're all very interested to see what can these seniors, what can these juniors step up, and who's really going to be the one to step up and start making the big plays and start making the tackles when it's needed.
That's right. So you graduated in 2018, right?
Yep.
So back in the day, a little different, but camp has changed quite a bit, right? They go early in the morning now, and they don't do an official 2-a-days. I'm an old guy, so we went early in the morning and 4 to 6 in the afternoon, and they try, basically try to kill us, but drink out of water hoses and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's a different world, different time. Back when I played, similar to the Navarro offense, we didn't throw it but once or twice a game anyways.
Yep.
But yeah, talk a little bit about camp and kind of your experience with camp and how that is today and
Yeah, well, I mean, I know for me, especially going through the program, 4 years that I did here. I mean, it was a lot. It was one of those things you were so excited to start, and you were so ready to get back out on the field. Because I mean, the process starts, during the off season. You
Right.
grind, you work hard. During the summer, that's where you make a lot of big improvements, especially with your speed, your strength, your size. And then coming into to camp, I mean, that's when you really got to lock in, learn as much as you can about the offense, learn as much as you can, and get your body ready to be performing at a high level. And so, just putting in the work with your brothers.
That's
what
right.
it is. I mean,
And that's exactly right. You're back in the heat. It's with your boys. It's with your brothers. And that's what really meshes as a team. And I think, one thing about this team is I feel like this team is really, and we'll see tonight, but they seem there's a close knit team. They've got 16 seniors. I think they've got 22 juniors and 4 sophomores.
wow.
So they've got a bunch of juniors and they've got their decent amount of seniors too. So, and all these boys have played some football. So, that's the thing is on the Navarro side of the football, have they played a ton? Were they starters last year? No, but they've been in the room and it's their time to shine. So.
Yeah. I mean, they've gotten some experience. They've gotten the playing time. They've been in the locker room. They've been in the weight room. They've been around the environment that it takes to win games, to be a winning program. And so now we just got to go out and see them execute that.
That's right.
Winning program mindset.
That's right. That's right. So let's flip the script a little bit here and talk about the Floresville Tigers. So the Floresville Tigers are coming in. They are 4A Division One. And their enrollment, let's talk a little bit about that, because for those of you that don't know, we are 4A Division II. We have 695 kids in our school, and they have 1,272. And we just realigned this past year, so they are plus 577 students. Now, that may not sound like a lot to most people, but if you break that down by grade, that's a bunch of. I mean, you got an extra
100 kids per class.
Right.
Least,
That's 100
a
plus per class. That's 50 extra boys you get to choose from.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, I'm not sitting here trying to make excuses or anything, because I mean, we've played 5A teams, we've played 4A Division 1 teams all the way around, but that's a bigger school. But hey,
that's crazy to me. The difference between 4A Division 2 and 4A Division 1.
Right.
Division 1 is that many. Be that many students. Even in itself.
It is, and the thing is Navarro still, even though we're a growing school district for most
Very
people,
much so.
right? We are still on the small end of 4A. We're still small. I mean, 4A goes all the way up to I think 950, and we're at 695.
So
the good news is we're going to stay here for a while, right? At least the next couple years. But let's talk a little bit about Floresville. Floresville's in District 15, 4A Division 1. Last year they were 3-7, missed the playoffs. In 22, 4-6. They had a really good season in 21, 9-3, but before that they were 3-7, 2-8, and 4-6. Traditionally, not a great program. No, they don't go to the playoffs. And to even put a little bit more salt in the wound, they are in a tough district.
I think that's something we all agreed on looking at.
Bay City, is kind of picked to win that district. El Campo, which they just graduated a running back that went to Texas A&M. El Campo, Lavernia, number 3, Port Lavaca, Calhoun, which is solid, right?
Solid,
the Sand
tough
Crabs.
programs,
Yeah,
sure.
and then Beeville Jones is no slouch, and they're picked 5th. So, but the good news for the Tigers is they returned 7 starters on offense and 7 on defense.
Yeah.
Which is a bunch,
That's definitely a good bit of returners
right,
for your team.
Right, 14, right, 7 on each side of the ball out of 11. That's great. They got a new coach in Martinez, and let's talk about a couple of their star players. Their star players, which really, and I'm gonna leave this up to you, Garrett, tonight, to watch the offensive line. And you got Omar Torres, number 75. He's a junior. Played every game, started every game as a sophomore, which is impressive.
That's really impressive, and that's a big deal. When you have a whole season of starting, you're coming in the next year. You come in a lot more confident, a lot more prepared usually. So
right.
Definitely.
That's huge, right?
Yeah.
And then you got another guy next to him, Nolan Garcia, number 72, another junior who's played quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the defense, they've got Christian Peralta, number 9. He's a senior linebacker, which is 15 TFLs, man. That's
That's a good
solid.
number, yeah.
That's solid, especially you're in a class above us. And then the secondary, they've got number 10, senior Eli Machaco, but so we'll see what the Floresville Tigers. We don't know a bunch about the Floresville Tigers, but yeah, they in Texas high school football, it's kind of funny, and we can talk a little bit about this, but when they scrimmage, they wear different numbers, right?
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course.
kind of the first game you're kind of left out, and we do it too.
Yeah, I
right.
mean,
we do it too.
I remember we've had plenty of first games where we really
Yeah.
don't know who's who.
You're kind of like, what? Who's this guy? Wait, no, he was wearing this number. Yeah.
Yeah.
But during the scrimmages, it's a different ball game, which, I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah,
it's all fair. So
we all play the game.
right. So, but Floresville comes in. They've got a tough district, and we're going to see. They've got. It looks like, and we don't have it too deep for them, but it looks like we're probably looking at Caden Thompson, senior quarterback, number 6, throwing the ball for them, and a couple of receivers. I know I saw number 88, Rowan Flores, wide receiver. He's a sophomore. As far as the breakdown, they have 19 seniors, 25 juniors, and 4 sophomores. So again,
I mean, pretty similar to us, actually.
very similar,
yeah.
right?
It's almost the same numbers there. But
Yeah, there you go. So we'll see what they're going to bring in tonight in here to Geronimo, Texas. So we're going to wait here. We'll chat a little bit, and we're going to wait here for Scott Kibbe to come up. He's always got a fun fact. Scott Kibbe from the Seguin Gazette. He's always got a fun fact for us. And he's going to come in and talk to us a little bit. Scott, we're going to wait for him to put the headset on, but we welcome Scott Kibbe from the Seguin Gazette. He's covered Navarro football for
33. This year 33.
Year 33. Wow. I every year, I always know, but somewhat, but it's just always so impressive. So
It's too fun to ever give up. So.
there you go.
What
There
else
you go.
I do on Friday nights?
Exactly, right?
Especially in Texas, right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, my wife always, she's always like, "What are you doing?" And oh, wait a minute, I forgot. It's Christmas for you, right? So it's the first Friday night football, high school football. So what do you got for us tonight? Fun fact of the Navarro Panthers.
We'll talk about season openers at home.
Okay.
I mentioned in my article this week that this is actually with the new stadium. This is going to be the last season opener at home for the Panthers.
Okay.
We've ever had since 2008. Panthers have been pretty good at those. They've only lost one. That was the Port Lavaca Calhoun 3 years ago.
Right.
Which was actually a very good
2021.
game. Yeah.
It was actually we had a chance. I remember we got the ball back in about the 35, 40-yard line, and we had a short, but we couldn't get a first down, and it's
And
tough.
they broke one late. I think a long run about
The Sand Crabs.
makes a difference. Yeah, but there's no shame in losing to that team. They're always a really strong team. So.
Well, they're in Floresville district this year, right?
And they're picked 4th.
Right.
Which tells you a lot about
Well,
that
yeah,
district.
that's me and Garrett were just talking about it. You got Bay City, you got El Campo, who just graduated, probably the best running back in the state, right? And Lavernia, who's coming to town here in a couple, we go to their place in a couple weeks, and then Port Lavaca, Calhoun.
Yeah,
So.
and Beeville Jones is a pretty good team.
They are
too,
not, no.
But they're picked to not even make the playoffs.
Right,
so,
right. So.
But it's one of these things where for the next couple of years it's going to be all lasts at this stadium, and some of us are going to get a little sentimental about it. But
Right.
we're just starting
Well,
now,
some
so.
of us, right?
Yeah.
Garrett's probably over there like, oh gosh, finally.
Where was this when I was here, right?
Right, right. Yeah.
Well, it's exciting. A good new stadium. I think everybody agrees overdue, but there's still a lot of good memories here probably for everybody.
Definitely.
Absolutely. No. So, what are you thinking about tonight? What are you looking for? What are you thinking? What about the new 2024 Navarro Panthers?
I think we'll learn a lot tonight. It was hard to tell in the scrimmages because they're really not going to show much. And Coach Blunt confirmed that when I talked to them after those scrimmages. It's they're holding some things back, and for this you're going to see who lets the nerves get to them more because you got a lot of new players on both sides.
Yep.
The skill position's almost all new for both teams. So it's kind of who can control those nerves, but I think it's big for both of them just to get.
All right, we're
get
going to
some
go
momentum
live
going
here. We got
and
internet
build
back.
confidence, and I think it's really going to help kind of. You look at Navarro 2 years ago losing to Navasota. You look at Navasota coming here and losing last year,
Right.
And how it kind of formed those seasons.
Yeah.
They can easily do that again.
Okay, we're getting ready.
Yeah,
to go live
absolutely.
On the internet, we got the internet back. We're coming live.
Okay. All right. Great. All right.
Sounds great.
But so anything you're looking for? Let's go offense first. Anything? Any players? Anybody that kind of shined in the scrimmages for you, or anything that?
I want to see more from Helford because he didn't pass very much. They didn't run in second scrimmage. He ran a little bit,
Right.
but I want to kind of see how he runs the offense and kind of what he's able to bring. They've talked about his athleticism a lot and his speed, and
Lefty.
Can we see a little bit of that?
Yeah.
Can we see some of that tonight?
Okay.
And can he manage the game
Right.
Above everything else?
And me and Garrett have talked about it. He's an ex-offensive lineman, so we're going to really, really hone in on that. So
yeah, the line, I know Coach Blunt just kept talking about how it's just not. You have to have everything right on these plays. You can't have one off and then and then expect to be successful. So I think, and he had also said it's usually the offensive line that comes along last.
Right.
When you're getting ready for a season.
Right.
So yeah, the line will be. He likes it. He likes the line he has. He likes the players he has. So we'll see how quickly they're able to develop.
Yep.
All right. What about the defensive side of the ball? Are you watching any particular position? Are you watching any particular player? Anything? I know. I'll talk for me, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, Galini has looked very impressive when I've
Agreed.
seen him. In the scrimmages, it's such. I don't ever remember having to replace every starter on
the defense,
before.
right?
But they,
That's
in
a new
the
one.
scrimmages, they didn't look bad. They had some moments that they gave up some plays, but it's just kind of see. They've not seen a team throw the ball a lot in the scrimmages, so we'll see how they respond to that. But
Okay.
it's a mystery on that side.
It
of the
is.
ball,
It really
and,
is.
we'll find
Garrett,
out.
you got anyone you want to, or position group you want to look at, or?
I mean, I think this game is definitely one of the most important parts is going to be in the trenches. What are the
Right.
offensive line? What are the defensive line?
Agreed.
I mean, Navarro's not return. Or I don't know if they're returning any offensive linemen. Maybe one. I would
No, we
assume.
got two.
Oh, two returning.
Two.
Okay.
So the left
Okay.
side, I think, is
That's-
senior.
That's huge because when you're a returning offensive lineman, you already had the experience like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a vital component of the offense generating and creating the opportunities for your
Right.
skilled players.
And defensive side, you know what?
I mean, defensive line as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to stop it up
Defense,
front.
they
You gotta stop the
got
run.
one guy, but Galini, he played sporadically at the end, but he was not a starter last year. So, but he looks like a superstar. He can.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of potential. So, for me personally, I'm gonna watch the defensive backs. I was a defensive back. I'm watching corners in particular. I'm watching safeties on run support. But for me, the big thing in this era is corners got to be able to cover because you're playing 10 spread teams. And if you can't cover, as we saw in Sinton, if you can't cover, I mean, it takes one guy, and it's night.
And he warned they've got some deep threats.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So we'll see. Okay, well, great. Well, Scott Kibbe with the Seguin Gazette. We will. He'll be back for first half stats,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
And then we'll have him back in the post game show for final stats. So appreciate you, Scott.
You bet.
33 years. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, so 93 degrees on the field, air temperature, and
Camera one,
we've got a nice
job.
breeze tonight.
Focus in. That's
Yep.
Uh,
Nice little breeze. I mean,
east out of 10.
nothing too crazy, but enough to make it feel a little better in here, or at least in the shade. And
Right,
all, you know.
right.
So,
Okay, are we going, Hank? Are we going
Well,
blunt interview or?
I do not have it because we had a lot of time trying to get set up here. So I don't have a blunt interview. So
No,
I
no
apologize.
worries. We will go. Me and Garrett we'll fight through
Yeah.
to another day. We got Coach Ramos over here. Maybe we'll put a headset on
Yeah, there you go.
and interview him.
Yeah. Well,
But,
like I said, we
he
have
he gave me the negative, so that's fine.
Yeah, we
but,
are live. Like I said, we are live on the internet now. With the internet came up, the whole school lost internet, so it wasn't us.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All good.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, it happens. You
Yeah,
know, technology these
yeah.
days.
so
Yeah.
we're full fledged with internet now. The stands are getting packed,
All right.
and we are here for the season opener, live, 9 minutes and 29 seconds from kickoff.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
Garrett, anything that you, in particular, that you might want to take a look at here?
I mean, I think what stands out to me, especially, is I think this Floresville team is going to be a little bit better than they were. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were better than they were last year. I
Okay.
think they're in a very tough district, so I think this could be a lot closer of a game and a lot harder battle for the Panthers. But
Okay.
I mean, I'm very excited to see exactly how Navarro's offense is going to be able to handle Floresville's defense and how we can take control of the game and move the ball down the field the Navarro Panther way. And I think Navarro needs to start off strong, a big, fast start in this game, and let's kick this season off in a really good manner of taking care of the football and moving down the field and kind of dominating on the offensive line.
Yeah, and for me, a couple of things. First game, always want to take care of the football, right?
Yes.
You want your running backs hanging on, securing the football, because in the first game, it's different than a scrimmage, right? It's live action, and yes, you practice, yes, you go through a scrimmage, yes, you get hit, but it's really live football and it's for real, and the other team's trying to strip the football. So for me, let's protect the football. Let's, the running backs, let's hang on to the football. A quarterback, if it's not there, throw it. I mean, we don't throw a bunch, right? But
be smart with it.
Be
smart with the wall.
Right. Be smart. Throw it out of bounds. And again, you've got a sophomore quarterback, Peyton Helford, who's played a bunch of football throughout the years. He's a smart kid. He's got a smart dad who played quarterback in high school. So we'll see. Big test for him, obviously.
Yes. I think this was first game. I mean, the jitters are there, the nerves are
Right.
there. Let's see how he can handle that.
As a sophomore, you played as a sophomore, right?
Yes.
So
it was definitely nerve wracking.
Right.
For sure.
So your first game, I mean, even on the line, right? Offensive line, you're nervous, right? You're like, okay, what am I about to get myself into a little bit here? So
but definitely a step up for sure.
So that, and then the other thing, I'm really going to be watching for is, and I'm gonna have my right hand man here, Garrett, watching is offensive line.
Of course, yes.
And defense, because
the
offensive line is the engine, the absolute
100%.
engine of this offense, right? If the offensive line is not cohesive, if they are not developing lanes, it could be a long night for the Panthers, right?
100%. I mean, offensive line, that's where it starts. You can look at any great team and at any level, NFL or NFL, college, varsity, freshman. If they have an offensive line that can block, it gives them so many opportunities to do so many things.
Especially with a young quarterback, right? That makes that young quarterback feel more comfortable.
Yeah, he's got time back there, and he can handle the game. He's not behind the chains. He's not struggling to keep up with the pace or anything.
Someone's not hitting him in the back, right when he takes a snap or something, right?
Definitely helps.
So that's huge. So we'll be watching that, and then on the defensive side of the football, I've got Garrett. Garrett's going to watch the defensive line, okay? And that's huge, right? Because you got to stop the run first.
Got to stop the run. You can't have them get 6, 7, 8 yards every play. I mean, that's just mathematically you can't have it.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gashing you for like you said 6, 7, 8, then they can drop back and throw because Floresville will throw the football.
Yeah, so I think we'll definitely learn a lot about this Panthers defense tonight, seeing how they defend against the pass, how they can handle some of the running game Floresville has to offer. I mean, linebacker play. I mean, all over the board. We got no returning starters. This is a big moment for this Panther defense.
It is, and you've got going in the secondary, you've got a senior corner, a junior corner, and then a junior strong safety, senior free safety, and then a senior rover safety. So I'm watching the secondary tonight. I'm gonna really hone in on the secondary tonight and see what what's the completion percentage. What are you allowing? Are you getting interceptions? Are you knocking balls down? Are so because and Garrett will attest to this. This isn't the last spread team that you're going to face in 2024, right? You're 10 for 10, right?
Yep, 10 for 10. Yeah, I don't think we're playing any.
No more slot team.
Oh,
Canyon
man.
Lake, if you look down the road, next week we play Antonio, and then the following week Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake no longer runs a slot team. They have a new coach this year. So
okay, that's
so
news to me. Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah. So
yeah,
spread
so-
teams across the board.
So spread teams 10 for 10, at least in the regular season. So that's huge, and so we'll be watching that. So we are about 4 minutes and 15 seconds from kickoff, and Floresville's coming in. I don't know if we've ever even. We should have asked Scott Kibbe.
Yeah,
but I don't
that's a Scott Kibbe question. I don't know.
I
if
don't
played
think we've ever.
Floresville.
Floresville's not that. They're 45 minutes
I
from here,
know-
roughly, maybe an hour.
I think some of our freshman JV teams we've played.
Okay.
We've played Floresville because I think even my freshman year we
Okay.
played like Floresville's JV, but
Okay.
I don't think we've played varsity level football. I'm not.
Yeah, and we'll.
Nothing's popping up in my memory at least.
Okay, well, and we'll ask Scott Kibbe, and at halftime, he's the historian here.
Yeah, he's the one with that knowledge. you
Right,
know?
right, and maybe your dad, but
Yeah.
A little bit there. He might remember. But yeah, let's turn it over right now for the Floresville school song, followed by the Navarro school song, and then we will get into the national anthem.
And now the Navarro High School alma mater. You may be seated. Okay, we're still trying to get the internet, right? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Here come the Panthers. And here come the Tigers.
All right, here we go, Garrett. Team captains should be coming up right now. We got a couple of really good games tonight. Columbus and Cuero. Cuero is traveling over to Columbus.
Oh yes, that's going to be a very interesting.
Should be a good game. We'll keep y'all updated on that.
I believe Columbus is supposed to be
Yes.
1 or 2 or 3 and
Right.
Ranked 2 or 3 in
Yeah.
3A Division 1. So
Right. So
good
and then
football team there.
and then of course Cuero. We always keep an eye on Cuero
Yeah, of
and
course.
Wamberley. And
course.
but yeah, Wamberley is playing at home against Canyon Lake. So here we go with the national anthem.
Everyone please rise once again to honor the colors and for the playing of our national anthem. The flag raisers tonight are the Guadalupe Valley Young Marines under the direction of Unit Commander Dillon.
So here we go. 2024 high school football, Navarro Panthers versus the Floresville Tigers. We've got number 55, Craig Hyman. Number 52, Cade Pugh. Number 9, Mr. Guerrera. Caden Guerrera. And, sorry, folks,
Is that 54?
yeah, we're looking for 50. I think it's 64. Ian Garcia.
Oh, yep.
Ian Garcia
It's a good
with the
number.
captains. Number 6 for the Floresville Tiger, Caden Thompson. Number 9,
The
Kristen
captains are meeting at the center of the field
Peralta.
this time for the coin toss representing
number
Floresville.
55,
Number 6,
Jack
Caden Thompson.
LaFleur, and number
Number 9,
72,
Christian
Nolan
Peralta.
Garcia,
Number 55,
captains there
Jack LaFleur.
for
And number
the
72,
Floresville
Nolan
Tigers.
Garcia.
You're listening to the
Representing Navarro,
Navarro
number 9,
Panther
Caden Guerra.
Network. I'm Lance Blackburn, joined by Garrett
Number
Dieter.
55, Craig Hyman.
Garrick is a Navarro alumni, ex-football player,
Number
great
52, Cade Pugh.
center in his
And number
time,
64,
Yeah,
Ian
I
and
Garcia.
and graduated in 2018. So
Yep, back in the
played
day.
on some legendary Navarro teams,
We were
and
decent,
but anyways, we are here, and we are ready. And
Oh, we're
man,
excited.
this is Christmas Day for
Oh,
me.
Heck yeah, man.
And it doesn't get any better than this, folks. I mean, 92 degrees, wind out of the east at 10 miles an hour, and we are ready for high school football.
Oh yeah, this is Texas high school football.
That's
back.
right. For the
It's
next
back.
17 weeks,
Oh yes, sir. Yep.
all the way, it takes you right up to about,
The week
December the 15th,
Yeah,
Christmas,
Yeah,
right
week before Christmas,
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
I mean, you can't. It doesn't get any. The Navarro Panthers wearing the white pants with the Panthers blue, or I'm sorry, purple. Sorry, purple jerseys with the gold numbers, white helmets,
officials for tonight's
new
ball
helmets
game
this
are
year,
from the
right?
Corpus
Axiom
Christi
helmets,
chapter of Texas
and
Association of Sports
Decals,
officials.
everything.
yeah.
The referee
You've
is
got
Robert
the
Trevino,
Navarro
the umpire
N
is David
on
Herrera.
the left side. On the right side, you've got the gold Panthers.
The
And
line judge is John Perez.
Floresville
The
has
side
brought
judge
quite the
is
crowd.
Malik Jones.
Yeah,
The
no,
field judge
definitely.
From
is
Floresville.
Joe
Filling
English.
up
The
over
back
there
judge
on
is
the
Sam
Panther
Smith.
visitor
The
side.
They
game clock
they are
operator is
wearing
Ruben
the
Storm, and
stormtrooper
the play
outfits,
clock
right?
operator is
Yeah, the all white.
Everett
All
Hernandez.
white helmets, white jerseys, maroon numbers, with the maroon stripes and the white pants, white socks, and white shoes. So,
Oh, yeah, all white.
so good for them.
Yeah.
Both teams looking sharp tonight.
For
I
sure.
love the new Navarro kind of look. The white. We usually the past few years we've seen black pants. We've seen a gold pant with the purple jerseys. Looks like
cheerleader of the week is senior Madison Gilliam.
the Navarro Panthers will receive the football here to start the game.
Offense is going to start it off for us to start this football season.
So back deep, you've got Dylan Trotty, number 5, and Montgomery Elder. Both, Montgomery senior. Trotty is a
Back deep to
junior.
receive for the Panthers. Number 2, Montgomery Elder.
And kicking
number
off
15,
there is number
Manson Harris.
14,
Set to kick off is
Gilchrist, the
number
kicker,
14,
the junior
Darnell
kicker
Gilchrist.
for Floresville.
Camera 1, get the kicker.
So here we
It's
go,
football time in
7:36
Texas. Are
p.m.
you ready?
Geronimo, Texas, and there's the kickoff.
And we're on.
Montgomery Elder fields it at about the 8-yard line. He's bringing it back. Oh, he trips over his own feet, but still he got a nice return there out to about the 27-yard line.
Nice little return there. You know, the new turf, it's got
Well,
to make its presence.
That's true, yeah. We didn't even talk about that,
Yeah,
Garrett. We have a
new
new
turf down
field,
there.
a new turf here in Navarro, and looks good, right?
Oh yeah, it looks great. You know, make a little noise to start the season.
There
trip
you
'em up.
go, right? Tripped up our senior returner, Montgomery Elder, there, but that's okay. He had a great return out to the,
Had a little lane there too.
yeah, he did, 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for your Panthers. Starting quarterback, sophomore, is Peyton Helford. Peyton Helford wearing number 1 as he chose as a sophomore. Good for him.
Zoom in a little bit.
And here we go. Handoff straight up off the dive play. And let's see who that is. I would assume it's Blunt, probably.
Initial play made by number 9.
He's going to gain about 3 yards on the play.
Starting at
2nd,
quarterback
7,
for the
no
Panthers,
huddle.
number 1, Peyton Helford.
Navarro quick to the line. Helford under center. He hands it this time, going back the other way. Through the 3-hole, he cuts back.
37, Mason Harvey.
He's going quick.
And
here.
that's
Harvey.
Mason Harvey, number 37. And the Panthers are
Stop
going
number
quick.
11, William
Yeah.
Graham.
Looks like they're getting some push on the offensive line here. Let's see if they can get a nice little,
Yeah, 2
draw
third
up a nice
and 5.
little play for this. 3rd and 5?
So, yeah, Harvey picks up a couple there. 3 yards on 1st down, 2 on 2nd down. Navarro's going to huddle now. Montgomery Elder bringing in the play. Helford to the line. And he hands it this time.
Oh, he's got
And that's Harvey. Harvey's going to be, well, he's fighting. It's going to be close. And I think he's got the spot. He does. Pull the chains. That's 1st down, Panthers.
Taken down by number 19,
good
Jay
hard run in
Schultz.
there by Harvey to make sure to get that 1st down there. Was that Harvey or was that 33? Or was that Cohen Blunt? I don't know.
I think that was Harvey. I think Harvey's in there right now. If I'm not mistaken, they didn't sub anyone out, so yeah, that is Harvey in there. This time it's Trotty going off the right side, and Trotty on a trap play brings it back to
Ball carrier number
gets
5,
about
Dylan
3
Trotty.
yards on that. So
In on his stop
again,
for the Tigers, number 9, Christian Peralta. and
Cade
number 10,
Pugh
Elijah
starting
Machado.
at the quick tackle. Craig Hyman at the quick guard. Hernandez at center. Lane Black, a sophomore, but a very, very good player, smart player at strong guard. And strong tackle, you got Robert Big Rob, as they call him, Beltron.
Nice. Good old offensive lineman. Gotta love him.
That's right, yeah. The offensive line is the engine. As we bring up 2nd and about 8, 7.5. This time going back to Harvey, coming back to the left side of the.
37,
And
Mason
he's
Harvey
going to
on the
pick up a
carry.
nice, sizable game. Make it short,
Taken
3rd
down
and
by
short.
number 10, Elijah
Yeah, it looks
Machado.
like Navarro's offensive line starting to get a little groove here now. They're starting to move some people off the ball. Starting to see a little bit more
Gain of
lanes
5,
opening
3rd
up
and
here
2.
for running back. 3rd and 3 here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a nice little dive play to our fullback here.
So you've
All
got
right,
Trotty in the backfield with the speed, and then you've got the big boys, Harvey and Blunt. This time he's handing it off. up the middle. And you're right. I take that back. Cohen Blunt is wearing number 33. He played as a freshman and sophomore and wore number 8. But if you look, they've got him listed on here a couple of times, number 8 and number 33. Sorry, we apologize, folks.
Couldn't make up his mind, apparently.
So that was Blunt. He was a little short. It's 4th and 1 from the Navarro 47-yard line.
First drive here, big play if you ask me. I mean, we need to really would really like to see it get a conversion here. You know, keep the drive going. First drive
especially with a young defense, right? And so we call timeout. That's going to be Navarro's first timeout, and they're going to talk it over. But you're exactly right, Garrett. I mean, it's early. Your defense is young. You really want to lean. You got a young quarterback. You know, you really want to lean on that offensive line, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is a huge crucial drive if you ask me. Start the game, first drive of the season. You're starting to see everyone's starting to get in a little bit more rhythm. I feel like by play-by-play, offensive line starting to move people. There's more lanes opening up here, so I would really love them to keep going down the field and let's see if we can get some points out of this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, you've got. So I'm going to change this a little bit. That way we've got everything up to date. So,
yep.
But no, Blunt at 33, Garrett halfback at the senior, wearing number 9. Although Harvey's been in there.
Yes.
And then you got Trotty. So you got a big back in Blunt, a big back in Garrett, and then your quick back. You know, your speed is with Trotty. And Helford actually. He's got a lot of athleticism, so maybe we see him. So 4th and 1, here we go. He hands it this time straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Off the dive, that is Blunt. He is going to pick up the first down and a little bit more. So he picks up about 5.
There's your offensive line there. I mean, 4th and 1.
Right.
Got to rely on the offensive line. They got some movement there. Got the lane. Able to convert that first down.
Absolutely.
Seems like Floresville's really they're playing a lot of guys in the box right now. I wouldn't be surprised here if I'm Blunt, you know, try to take something out on the outside. I mean, they got 4 down linemen, 2 outside linebackers, and then 2 corners. I mean, all sucked up in the box with 2 linebackers. So
Right. Yeah, they got the single high safety, and there you
go.
go. And there you go, Galini.
Oh,
I'm sorry, he's Burchard. That's Burchard. He catches it. He's going down. He's tripped up, and he's going to fall down about the 5-yard line. So, nice pass there, and there you go. There you go. Helford, right? We talked about Helford. Scott Kibbe talked about the athleticism, and Helford had the time. He laid it right down. Bolchart was swing man was wide open, and he hit him.
Oh, beautiful play call there. I mean, you've been running it, and then first down, take a chance, you know, open it up a little bit, hit the air, and wide open.
And I love to see the slot T throwing the football on first down, right?
Love it.
Because
no one's ready for it. I mean, they got all 10, 11 guys in the box.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Put it out there, give your receiver a chance.
Yeah, love it.
Play there.
Love first down pass plays out of this offense. And there we go. Wait.
We got a little jump.
Yeah, a little jump. I don't know if Trotty moved a little early.
I think it might have been
swing man
Blunt there.
Or false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
You know, first game jitters.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we didn't even talk about penalties, but, you know, that's the other thing that you don't, you know, Navarro the past 2 or 3 years has really struggled with penalties and turnovers on the offensive side of the football.
Penalties is a big one. I mean, especially when it's penalties, you have some control over, like false starts. And
yes, it's concentration. So they get it, they hand it off this time, and that is a Helford. Yep. And Helford, you know, he does basically the follow. Yeah, little keeper follow, and
he snap picked up by Helford. 19, Chase Schultz, and number 46.
So he picks up a nice gain there. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4. So he picks up 1, maybe 1.5. It's just shy of the 3-yard, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The penalties. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he picks up at about 6 after the penalty. 6.5, and
hey, 2nd down here. I wouldn't mind another little pass play.
So he hands it this time and up the middle, and that's Cohen Blunt, and he is stuffed. Matter of fact, he is pushed back, and he might have lost a half yard there.
I think, everyone on Floresville was they're in on that tackle.
They were looking for Blunt there early. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. What do you do here, Garrett?
Oh, if it's me, I would like a nice little fake it to Blunt right now, fake to the fullback, and then toss it out to the halfback.
There you
Get
go.
Get him on the corner. I mean, Floresville is sucking in really bad. So
Right.
Gain of a yard on the last play. 3rd and goal from the 2.
So they hand it this time, and that's a touchdown. That's Mason Harvey.
Touchdown, Panthers. 37, Mason Harvey. Touchdown.
Touchdown. That's a touchdown, Panthers. That's a handoff there, and this time going to Mason Harvey. And
first touchdown of the season.
First touchdown. Oh. So, touchdown Mason Harvey, and the kick is up, and it is no good.
Excellent attempt, no good.
Navarro with a new soccer-style kicker. Soto, Helford on the hold, and I didn't see exactly if maybe the snap was late.
You can watch this game
but
live
Soto
tonight
didn't
on
like it. He pushes it off to the right
YouTube.com/Navarro
side.
Panther Network. The broadcast is brought to
But
you
I do
by
like,
the
and we'll
Panther
talk a
Posse
little bit
and
more
the
about this,
students
Garrett.
of the
I do like
Audiovisual
the fact
Club
that
of
we have
Navarro.
a kicker.
Broadcasters
And
tonight
he did
are
kick
Garrett
a
Dieter
37,
and
38-yarder
Lance
in the scrimmage last week. And so I love, the weapons, Sebastian, Sneed
Sneed
back in
was
the
for a
day.
while.
We had so we've had some of that. So Panthers up 6-0 with 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and nice drive, which was basically highlighted by a long pass from Peyton Helford to Ethan Borchardt. They call him the Shark, number 20, and great play. He gets pulled down at about the 4 or 5 yard line. Panthers get an offsides penalty and motion penalty, and but still punch it in on third and 3
getting set
from
to kick
the
off for
3,
Navarro number 30,
and,
Carlos Soto.
They are up 6-0.
Back deep to receive.
So onside kick,
Offside.
and it's bouncing around. And Tennessee, that's who's got it. We'll see. I don't know. It was the Panthers looked like they had their hands on it. Floresville, the Tigers had their hands on it. So who's got the football? And they're unpiling it. And it looks like
Onside kick by the Panthers, recovered by number 42, Emmett Nettles.
okay. So Floresville, they didn't.
Bouncing
around. We couldn't really tell, and they didn't really celebrate too much. But yeah. So 6-0 with the extra point missed.
Yep.
3-yard run by Mason Harvey. I think might be his first touchdown of his
First down at
career.
Floresville, just outside their own 48-yard line.
Junior. And then Floresville's got the ball here at their own 48-yard line.
All right, Floresville lining up in the shotgun here.
So that is the sophomore quarterback, and he hands it up the middle. He's going to get about 3 yards on the handoff. That's Drake Coronado.
19 Chase
The
run up the
sophomore.
middle. 64
For
Ian
the
Garcia and
Tigers. He is
65
not
Luke
very
Vogel
big,
combined on a
Garrett.
tackle for the
I mean,
Panthers.
He's not a big guy.
Not a big guy at all. I mean, still probably got a little bit of growing left to do.
But Floresville, and maybe one of the
4,
strengths of their
2nd and
team
6.
is their offensive line. It looks like they got
looks like
4 on that.
It looks like they got some decent size there on the offensive line from up here,
Snaps the
Pretty
ball, the
solid.
handoff number 19. And that is Chase Schultz, the junior.
19 Schultz on the carry. Met by number 55, Craig Hyman. Starting at quarterback for Floresville, number 4, Drake Coronado.
So this time he fakes, he moves, he slides, and that's number 64, Ian Garcia there. But it's going to be 4th down. That was 3rd down. Going to be
Coronado
4th
on the
down.
carry,
And
slides down at the
it
Navarro
looks like
46.
Floresville is going to punt the football.
Oh, nice little 3 and out there. That's
Brings up
very
fourth and
exciting.
5.
Very, very good way to start on defense here for the Panthers. Hey, I wouldn't watch out for the fakes here. You never know. I mean, 4th and 5 on their side. On your
Yeah,
side, on the
4th
opposite
and
side of
5
the
ball.
field.
Yeah, ball on the Panthers.
That's bobbling.
They do get the punt off. The punt off is kicked, and it does bounce. Navarro with really no one back there. They let it roll inside the 10-yard line.
Punt by
About the
number 7,
8-yard
Ryan
line, the
Delatorre
Panthers will
is
take
down
over
by
the
the
football
Tigers.
with 3:46 left, up 6-0 here in the first quarter. And great field position there for Floresville, but could not capitalize.
Now Floresville was at least able to turn
Panthers take
it,
over first down at their own 8-yard
flip the
line.
field, push the Panthers back, starting with not ideal, but not with an ideal start. But we'll
Right.
see what the Panthers can do. I mean, this is the time now. Your second drive, you really take your time, pound the ball, get a long clock sustaining drive here, and go score some points.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what the Panthers can do here on the second drive of the football game. Starting from their own 8-yard line, the handoff this time going straight up the middle.
Is that Harvey again?
37, Mason
Yeah,
Harvey
that's
on the
Mason
carry.
Harvey. So the
46,
youngsters,
Nathaniel Saldana on the
Harvey
tackle.
and Cohen Blunt,
Gain of 2, second and
the
8.
2 juniors, taking the workload here for tonight, here at least in the first quarter of the first game.
A lot of pounding it.
Right,
Pounding
and
it
2
up the
big
middle.
backs, 2
Yep,
big,
big,
strong
strong
boys.
sure.
You know, both of them remind me a little bit a couple years ago. So they hand the ball this time straight up the middle. Oh, he's off, and he's running. Oh, the ball flies out. That's Trotty, and that is not what you want to see. That is Trotty. Trotty fumbles the football, and Floresville
Fumble
puts
on
a
play,
hat on
recovered
the
by the
football.
Tigers,
Although
number
there is a
40.
flag in the
Nathaniel
backfield.
Saldana.
And Navarro linemen
Penalty
are
flag on
checking
the
in
play.
there, although Navarro is walking off the football field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, man, beautifully designed play. He hit that, and he hit the hole. He had a lane, man. He was
Yeah.
moving and just got a hold on the football, you know.
So let's see what the call is here. Oh, it looks like it's going to be an illegal block below the waist.
Yeah, I know.
Decline, and they would have come
Personal
back
foul called
anyway.
against the Panthers is declined by the Tigers.
Yeah. Now let's see how Navarro handles a little bit of adversity here, you know, giving up a fumble. And Floresville starting
Floresville
with the
takes
ball
over at the Panther
They're
23.
on the 23-yard line, so see how Navarro responds, you know. I mean, I think that's a good mark of a good football team. How do you respond to a little bit of adversity?
Right, and the first test for the defense,
Yeah,
right
first
here.
big
It's,
test.
they got the ball here at the 22-yard line, pass out, and it looks like it's going to be a first
Let it
down
go!
there.
Let it go! Let it go! Let it go!
So first down, and they're
Pass
gonna
to number
move the
10, Elijah
chains.
Machado.
So a little bit of confusion there. So
Yeah.
wasn't sure exactly, but
Tackled by 21 Colorado Kenway and
we
65
have some
New
new
Paltz.
speakers here in the
First down.
Navarro Stadium, and snap. He fakes it. He throws it out to number 1. Number 1's got some room. He's pulled down quickly though by Montgomery
Pass to number
Elder,
1,
and
Keith
that's
Allen
number
Tatum.
6.
Taken down by number 2,
That's,
Montgomery
Leckhold.
Elder.
So Alex Leckhold, the junior, makes a good play, but not before
Gain of 5,
Montgomery
second and 5.
Elder, the senior, free safety.
Yeah, it looks like Floresville's down trying to hit a little swing passes, get the ball on the outside to their playmakers, to their receivers, and see how Navarro defense responds to
So
that.
the snap, he does hand it this time to number 19. Number
Oh,
19
ball's on
up
the
the
ground.
middle. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And it looks like the Navarro Panthers have recovered it.
Fumble on the
Big
ground.
Yes, they have.
3, Evan Rodriguez on
So there you
fumble
go.
recovery.
There you go, tit for tat. And another turnover there. So this time it's the Navarro defense with the turnover.
Big play there. I mean, huge.
And here we go.
Stop.
Navarro's
See
going
what they can
to
do
take the
here.
ball at their own 3-yard line, so they're going to have to go 97 yards
87.
to see what'll happen for the Panthers. And Peyton Helford's going to take it over here with 2:11 left, up 6-0 from his own 3-yard line. He hands it this time up the middle. He's got some room, and looks like that's Cohen Blunt.
33 Cohen Blunt on the
Cohen
carry.
Blunt.
He's stopped by number 6, Caden Thompson.
So Cohen Blunt up the middle there for almost 9. We'll see. No, they're pulling the chains. That's 1st and 10. Two minutes left here in the first quarter.
First down, Panthers.
And first down for the Panthers. And here we go. Helford in full command. What do you think, Garrett?
Oh, yeah, no. Nice little first down play there to start the drive. We'll see. You think maybe try to hit the outside here?
Yeah,
maybe put the ball in the air again.
And hey, we've been hitting with the big boys up the middle.
we've been hitting,
Trotty the first time, he hit the hole quick, but he got popped and fumbled. So there it is again.
Yeah, they try to go back to it.
Same thing back there. And
Number 5, Dylan Trotty on the carry.
Floresville's
Tripped up
on
in the
that
backfield
one that
by
time.
number
He
9,
loses
Christian
2.
Peralta.
And so that's going to be 2nd and 12. The Panthers here from their own
Loss of 2,
13-yard
2nd
line.
and
Up
12.
6-0 early. Minute 14 left here in the first quarter. A couple of turnovers. Navarro, Trotty fumbles. Looked like Floresville might score. They fumble inside the 10. But here we go with the Panthers.
See what Coach Blunt got drawn up here on the 2nd and 12.
And we're huddling up. Peyton Helford.
Taking their time here.
They are 49 seconds here left in the first quarter.
Oh, a little
Helford
pass.
rolling right, throwing back to his left. Oh, and Galaney's a little open. Although, I'm okay with that,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
You know,
perfectly fine with that.
Don't make the mistake deep in your territory.
Rather overthrow it than
Brings up
Right?
underthrow it there in that
Exactly.
situation.
Exactly.
So.
Throw it to where no one can catch it except for your guy, right? So,
Yep.
third and 12. Incomplete pass. So the clock's going to stop. 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Panthers up 6-0.
I like the play call, throwing the ball here on 2nd down, and then now you have 3rd
Right.
down where you have a little more. If you want to run it, you want to pass it. What do you want to do here? Is a little more open instead of having to throw the ball on 3rd down and not 2nd. If that makes sense to you, I mean, in my
Right.
mind it makes sense, but
No, absolutely. I love throwing on early downs, especially
Yeah, a
that's
little
Helford.
follow.
Helford stumbles a little bit. He struggles. He gets about 4 or 5 yards.
Number 1, Helford on the
But-
quarterback keeper.
Panthers are going to have to punt. So.
yeah, they're gonna have to punt here. I mean,
He's
Floresville's
taken down
defense did
by
a really
number
good
10,
job there,
Elijah
of
Machado.
moving down the line
And
of
4,
scrimmage.
4th and 8.
Not letting fake fool them too much there, and just playing really good contain and really good pursuit to the ball. So that was a good job on Floresville's part, their defense there.
So the Navarro punter's out for the very first time this year, and we're going to see. I think it's Peyton Helford.
Yeah, looks like it.
Number 1 is punting for the Panthers.
I feel like Navarro's got a little tradition of making your quarterback also your punter. I mean,
Right.
that's how it was for us.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
you know, it's
yeah,
been-
right.
It's something that's happened for years on years.
So looks like time's going to run out. That is the end of the first quarter. So we will flip
That's the end
sides
of
of
the
the
first
field
quarter.
here. And so talk a little. yeah. Back in the day, it was Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Evo was our
Evo.
punter, and he was our quarterback.
He was
you
a
know, he did it all.
QB. He did
No,
a
which is kind of nice because we didn't punt much.
You didn't
punt
punt.
much in general, but I mean, when we did, we always had the opportunity to fake it.
No,
know?
you didn't.
I don't
No,
know.
you didn't.
Yeah, we did not.
No, Will was the four-year starter from freshman through senior, and
Yeah.
I don't know if he punted 4 times in those 4 years.
God.
So
Yeah.
no, that's
He
an
was,
exaggeration probably.
Few
but,
area
but,
scores of
but
interest
those
for
are
you.
some,
In the
some
second
pretty
quarter, Alamo
electric
Heights is
football
leading
teams.
Seguin
So.
14
But
to
yeah,
13.
what do you think? First quarter,
First quarter, I mean, I think it's
In the
about
first
it's about what you kind of would
Troy is
expect. I
leading
mean, we had a
Salados-
nice
tied
drive, we
with
scored some
Salados
points.
7-7.
We were moving the ball a little bit, and then kind of got a little bit behind.
Lago
And didn't
Vista
do
is
much with
leading
that.
Burnett 7-0.
But you know, I think there's still a lot of promise. There's a lot of promise here. It's a long game, obviously. I mean, it's the first game of the season, so the turnovers, the penalties. I mean, that's kind of one of those things you come expected for it. Now, like, how do you handle it? How do you handle being behind the chains? How do you handle,
right?
all the adversity? So
See you, boys.
So that'll be
Yeah.
very interesting. Or I think that's going to be the kind of big story of the game is can Navarro keep control of this game even after making mistakes, after having to deal with the adversity per se. I think that's a big storyline that we can constantly see. And so
Well, and I mean, hey, the Panthers are in control right here. Let's get a nice punt off. The
good punt.
nice kick there. It's going to roll a little bit.
Yeah, take a good little Panther roll there.
There you go. About 15 yards of field position there, and the Floresville Tigers in the second quarter down 6-0 from their own 42-yard line.
43-yard punt.
Yeah, I think for Floresville's sake, I think they're going to try to get the ball in the air a little bit more. I mean, their sophomore quarterback Drake, he's got a pretty good arm. I mean, he's got decent accuracy here, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers secondary gets tested here in this second quarter. And so we'll see how the Panthers secondary is going to respond.
So it's 6-0. Floresville was inside the Panther 10-yard line, but did fumble the football. Had a chance to either tie or go up in this football game, but let's see what Floresville can do now. They dump it off here. Little screen pass, bubble screen there to number 10. Number 10. Elijah Machado takes it. Senior. He's going to take it for a nice sizable gain, about 5 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 47.
2nd and 5.
A good little open field tackle there by Craig Hyman, number 55. Looks
strong
like
linebacker,
strong linebacker inside, getting out there.
So a little penetration, again another bubble screen, this time to the right side, number 18. He's going to fight his way, and Cade Pugh fights his way, the defensive end out there.
Pass complete to
just short of the
Wheeler
first down.
I mean, that's trying to run a lot of these bubble screens, getting the ball on the outside to their receivers, and I mean, how can our defensive line respond to that? Get down the field and hurry up and try to make a good little stop there. So that's a good job by Pugh on that.
That was, and so just short of 11 minutes left here in the second quarter, 3rd and 1. Panthers up 6-0 here at Irwin Lee Field. Shotgun formation. Floresville back. He hands it off this time. First down. That's number 10, the running back. That's Machado again up the middle. So they throw. He does a little bit of everything. The senior.
Yeah, they definitely
picks up the first down. He's taken down by number 52, Cade Pugh.
Good little first down for Floresville there. So
we're not getting any internet, so this is all recorded. The school's internet keeps going down on us because they say they can't handle our bandwidth. I might have to have y'all turn up either the red knob a little bit.
Well, every time I turned up the red one, it was staticky.
Okay.
That's why I turned it down a little bit.
So he dumps it this time back to number 88. But the Panthers. That was number 88. That's Rowan Flores, the sophomore.
And on the stop for the Panthers, number 3,
swarmed by a bunch of Panthers.
Number 65, Luke Bogle.
Yeah, good play. I mean, good play.
Second and 11 there from the 46-yard line. Again, shotgun formation. Sophomore quarterback dumps it again. This time makes a move. That's Machado. He gets it around the corner. Oh!
Pass complete to number 10, Machado. Forced out of
bounds. He does get pushed out of bounds, and it's going to be about 3rd and 4.
They did a good job there making some people miss. I mean, not a bad run at all there.
No, that was really good. And
gain of 8, 3rd and 3.
See what the Panthers defense can do here on this 3rd and 4.
9.5 minutes. Machado right up the middle. He's going to fight his way, and let's see who's on the tackle. That's Craig Hyman. It's going to be just short, and it's going to bring up a 4th down, Garrett.
4th and 2.
55, Craig Hyman on the stop.
Right. My old school ways, you're going for this all the way.
Right.
There ain't nothing. Nothing even to think about here.
Right. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Unless you had a kicker. Oh, wait, 3rd down.
Well, the scoreboard says 4th.
Everything but the
chains say 3rd.
I think it should be 4th. Yeah, I think Coach Blunt's asking them right now about it.
And the side judge, he basically, I don't know if this is official timeout or. but it should be, I think, from my calculations, should be
yeah, I
fourth
believe
down,
so
right?
too. I think that's what we're
Right?
saying.
Should be
Coach
fourth
Blunt's
down?
saying.
Yeah.
I think it should be fourth down.
So it's a chain gang over there on the far sideline.
There
Got
was,
that.
there was no timeout. No timeout. That was an official timeout.
Thank you. So we'll see. 4th and 2, and Floresville is going to call a timeout here. They're going to call their first timeout, I believe, of the half. So
Timeout, Floresville.
we'll talk about this 4th down play. I mean, it's a pretty big play, especially in the first half here. So
Yeah, this is a big play in the football game at this point.
Oh, yeah.
8:53.
Definitely
I
a
mean,
big
right? If Floresville can push this and get a first down, I mean, it's a one-score game,
yeah, it's
right?
still
I mean,
6-0.
and so this is a big play. So
Yeah. I mean, this could be a difference going close to tied or going 7-6 at the half or going down 2 scores. So I think this is a big play for Floresville. They want to stay in this game. I think the Panthers are starting to find their rhythm a little bit more. So
right, no, and
you definitely don't want to give Navarro the ball right here, right now. So
that's right.
if you're for Floresville.
And Floresville's been pretty conservative in my mind. They hadn't really tested the corners a whole bunch. They hadn't tested the middle of the field. They've dumped a lot of screens, things like that. So let's see what they do here. So he's back, sophomore quarterback. He's got pressure. He dumps it off to looks like number 19, and it looks like he has a Chase Schultz, Jr., and they do move the chains.
Luke Vogel on the
Yeah,
tackle.
they're
First
getting him a first down
Tigers.
there. Yeah, that was definitely a good little play design there from Floresville. I mean, you're right though. They really haven't tried to test downfield across the middle, like anything more than 5 yards. So
Yeah, it's
that'll
been
be
a lot of
interesting.
flat passes, and here we go. This
goes.
time he does though. He goes deep.
Good
He's got a
coverage.
receiver, and Navarro's
Great
all over it.
coverage
Let's see
there.
who that was. That was Colorado Kenaway, the
Pass
cornerback.
intended for number 18, Nolan
And
Wheeler
so number
Lozano.
18, that's Wheeler
Broken up by 21, Colorado
Lorenzo.
Kenway.
So, and you know what? He had a safety over the top. I mean, he didn't have much there for the Tigers. So
Beautiful coverage for sure.
great, and love to see that.
Oh yes, we love it. We love
And so
love
this
good
time,
coverage.
but he could run, but he does throw, and his receiver drops the ball
Yeah,
right there at the first down marker, and he might have been able to run
Pass
for the
intended
first
number
down.
18.
But hey,
Third
the
and 10.
receiver's wide open.
give him a chance, right?
Yeah,
Give him
right.
a chance,
Yeah, and he drops it. But 3rd and 10. But good runs for the Panther fans,
Yep.
and we'll take it. 3rd and 10 here, and it's almost like Navarro, or I'm sorry, the Tigers from Floresville are trying to feel their way on the offensive side. This time he rolls right. He throws the ball. He
he's
does
got
have
a
the first
receiver.
down. The receiver, almost the exact same play. It looks
Almost,
like,
yes,
right?
Pass complete to number 18.
Right.
Forced
Schultz
out of bounds
again.
by
They're
number
having a lot of
21, Kenway.
success with Schultz,
First down.
number 19, as a receiver. And he's just basically running about a 10-yard dig in out route. And our cornerbacks are playing so deep off the football.
Yeah, playing off, protecting the big play. I mean, it has to be a good pass too.
So
that was a good
again,
play.
and Navarro's starting to creep up. That
Pass
pass is
intended
incomplete.
Shadow ran out of his hands. Incomplete.
I think our corners, our DBs can handle these receivers speed wise. So
Right.
I'm thinking, scoot them up. Let's get a little closer.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
if we
Well,
got a
and
little
next
press.
cornerback, man, I'd love to play some bump and run. Let's go,
Little
baby.
bump and run.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's get in their face. Let's knock them off the route, and so yeah, you're speaking my language now, right?
There we go.
So here we go. It's 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass from the 22-yard line. He's rolling to his right. Sophomore quarterback. He's going to run. Number 4. He scooches out of bounds. That is Coronado. Drake.
Quarterback keeper forced out of bounds by 65.
He doesn't get near as much as initially thought. It looks like he only gets about a yard. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the 21.
Third down, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3rd down
But no, I
and
mean,
9 from the 21.
he made a logical choice there. Sometimes you got to pull it down, take a yard.
And,
when you don't
and
have
maybe
anyone.
that's right. You know, maybe they're being conservative with the sophomore. So
Yeah.
third down, he throws across the middle. It is high, but nice play there by Ethan Borchardt. Oh, flag though.
Well,
Here comes a flag late. Let's see what it is.
yeah, there's a couple flags on the play. I think he might have made a little contact before the ball got to him.
Number 20, Ethan Borchardt.
Borchardt,
Penalty
the
flag on
shark.
Yeah,
The shark might have got in there a little early. Let's see what the call is.
a little hungry, too early.
Yeah, right. Which, hey, yeah, we saw a lot of that over the summer, right? We saw some shark, way more shark attacks than we want.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see what the I see.
They're discussing it now.
So 6-0 here. 8:04 left on the clock here in the second quarter.
Foul. Hands to the face.
Hands to the face. Decline.
Personal foul. Pass interference.
Okay, so
Yeah.
two penalties against Navarro. One was a hands to the face, which was declined, and then pass interference there on the shark, Ethan Borchardt,
penalties
number
against the
20, the
Panthers.
free safety,
Personal foul. Hands
who
to the
looks
face
like
was
he made a
declined,
little bit of contact a little bit early,
and
and
pass interference was accepted.
so that's going to set up shop there for the Tigers, Floresville Tigers, down 6-0 with 8:04 here in the second on the. It looks like just outside
down
the
at the
10,
Panther
so they get a
Just
first
outside.
down, right?
Yeah, they get a first down.
Before they get a touchdown. They hand it off, goes up the middle. He's got some room. He tries to fight outside, but great tackle there
Yeah.
by number 3
Elijah
for
Machado on the carry.
that's Evan
And second
Rodriguez, junior, and comes up and reads it really well,
Oh, yeah,
Garrett.
beautiful read there. I mean, coming up from what I believe
A safety position, yeah,
and making
yeah.
that play, because that play could have been a lot more yards. I mean, it ended up gaining a yard I think
Right.
out of that one. So very impressive there. I mean, I think this is a huge point of the game for the Panther defense.
It really is.
You got to make a goal line stand
Two,
here.
second
The
and
clock's winding down to the second quarter. Let's this is where you get tested. This is
Yeah.
where you want to see the
There
Panther
you go.
defense really step up here.
So here we go. Timeout.
Timeout.
Panthers, their second timeout here.
Timeout Panthers.
We've had a couple penalties against the Panthers defense. Has had
Yeah.
a couple penalties against them here, so
Yeah.
at least one. But
No,
I would love to see, as a Panther fan, I would love to see a big stop here, really set the goal line. And so,
So yes, 2nd and 8. Just to frame everything, we got 2nd and 8. 7:24 left here in the second quarter. The Panthers call timeout, which I think is a really good timeout by
that's
the
a good
defensive
time.
coordinator Justin Dunham.
they've been on the field for a little bit as well. They've
and,
been out there for a minute, or
and-
they've been out there some.
They have, and this has been a long drive. Floresville's kind of they've managed their way down the field with a little nickel and diamond. They have no big plays, right?
No big plays, nothing big,
right?
Which
But
is credit to the Panther defense. They're doing well there.
That's right.
Keeping everything in front of them.
chewing up the clock a little bit from if you're on the flip side.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you got to get. If you're Floresville, you got to get at least a field goal out of this. If you're not getting a field goal out of this,
You got to get some points out of
right?
this drive, 100%.
It's really gonna demoralize you. But
Yes.
but for the Panthers, I think a really good timeout. Let's get our red zone defense figured out and.
Come prepared, I mean, I think little trips on the right. I think they'll probably might hit a little screen over there.
So here we go, 2nd and 8 from the 9-yard line.
Hit 'em with the
He
nine.
rolls, he throws, he's got a receiver. Oh, but he throws low. He was wide open. He throws low and down almost at his feet.
Yeah, a little.
And that was, probably a sophomore. He didn't have a lot of pressure. He probably should have set up.
Yeah, he should have set his feet a little bit better and
Right.
took the time to make that throw. Because I mean, that was actually a really good play design.
Yeah,
you had
it was.
one going out. You had your inside receiver going out, and then the other two coming across the middle there. He had them open, but
Yeah. But they don't capitalize, which is great for the Panthers.
Oh yeah.
And which we love. But now 3rd and 8 from the 9. Coordinato, he rolls backing into his right. No pressure. He's going to run it this
Take
time.
off.
Let's see what he's got. He avoids. He's going to get it in. No, he slides out about the 2-yard line. Let's see where they mark it.
Also lost the ball there. but-
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
This is
It looks like they're going to mark it.
They're gonna mark maybe the 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Let's-
is big that they also
Yeah.
need a first down before.
Right.
Because now this brings up 4th down.
Right. So what do you do here, Garrett? Do you go? Do you kick? What do you do?
Oh, man. See, I don't know, at a non-high school level, I'm like,
Right.
always
4th and
kick a
2.
field goal. But at high
Right.
school level, man.
Right.
Oh.
Anything can happen. Game's a little bit more, up and down. So here we go. Panther fans on their feet.
Yeah. This is a big
4th
play.
and 2.
Panther defense
Shotgun
here.
formation.
I think they're going to run
Coronado.
it. Yeah.
He runs
he's
it.
right
He's
there.
got it. And I think he's in.
I think he might be short, but
Well,
he might
no.
have enough for the first down. That's the problem.
I apologize. I always
19
struggle with this.
Chase
It's a
Schultz
tough
on the
angle
carry,
from us.
picks up the first
From the
down.
press box. He does get the first down. He's not in the end zone. So it's going to be first and, inches
Alex
Yeah,
Leckwell
it's going to be
on the
close. I mean,
Tackle.
for the
good
goal
run
line.
there for
First and goal from the
Floresville.
1.
They do wind the clock. Panthers up 6-0 here with 6:50 in the second quarter.
Yeah, see that first down? Yeah, that first down marker was big there. It was key.
So this time he does hand it, and he
I think
rolls,
I
and
think
he is
rolled it
in.
there,
And so
Touchdown,
touchdown
Tigers.
for the Floresville. Floresville on the board, 6-6 officially. And let's see what the Tigers elect to do. Are they going to kick? Yeah, they run the kicker out
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
field.
they're going to kick it here.
And they're going to go for the lead here, 7-6, with 6:41 left here in the second quarter. So,
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
oh yeah, plenty of time for the Panthers.
Beautiful.
Gilchrist on the holds down, the kick is up, and it is good. So Floresville 7, your Navarro Panthers 6 here in the season opener here
Next
from
point attempt
Frank.
is good by 14. Dario
Sorry,
Gilchrist.
Frank. Jeez. Irwin Lee Field here in Navarro, and here we go.
Yeah, no.
Game on.
That was a good little Floresville drive. I mean, they put together some plays there. They
Long
they came
drive.
Up, yeah, long drive. They came up big when they needed to. They got help from a penalty there, and which is all good. It's fine. It's good for
It
Floresville.
is,
Now
it
the
is.
Panthers, how are they going to respond? How can we get
Right.
this offense clicking here? I
Right.
would love to see a little pound it, but don't be afraid to try to get on the corners here. Don't shy away from the passing game. I think your passing game, if you run it right in the slot tee, the passing game is your best friend because they're never ready for it.
That's right. That's right.
So
And
we'll see what Coach Blunt decides to do here and what we can put together for this drive.
so 7-6, 6:41 left. Back deep for the Panthers. Montgomery Elder, number 2. And it looks like Dylan Trotty, number 5, for the Panthers. Kicking off, the kicker who just booted it through the uprights, that's Dario Gilchrist, Jr. And he's going to kick it off from the 40. He'll kick it deep. He's got a nice leg.
Ah, good kick
Nice
there.
reception there by Montgomery Elder over the shoulder, and he fights his way up to about the 25-yard line. So,
Kickoff by number 14. Returned by
Yeah,
number 2,
and,
Montgomery
you know,
Elder.
if he lets it go, it bounces through the back of the end zone. He's going to start at the 25, but
And he's
he
pushed out
returns
of
it,
bounds
but
by
makes a
number 88,
nice.
Roland
And I
Flores.
love that because, I was always taught catch the football, whether it's a punt return or kickoff return.
Yeah.
If you can catch the
Yeah,
football.
if you can catch it, catch it, and
Right.
get as much as you can for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, at the end of the day, as long, if you get back
First
to the
down, Panthers
25,
at
if you
down
let it
26.
go and you're at 25, I mean,
Well,
it all
and-
kind of balances out.
And some people may say, oh, well, he only got back to the 25, so he should have let it go, right? But no, it's really about the season and making a play over the shoulder catch. It's a tough catch. It's game
Ooh.
1, right? Oh, Helford with the pass. This time
there it
Trotty
is.
on the wheel route. Trotty with the catch.
Complete to number
He gets
5,
up
Dylan Trotty.
into Tigers territory. So first down throw
Hey,
again.
yeah, no,
Number
beautiful
6,
play
Colton
design
Thomas.
there. Beautiful come out, let's throw the ball. Great pass.
First down,
I mean,
Panthers
you
at
put that one
Tiger
on the money.
49.
And,
So
I've
right in
watched.
front of the defender, or past the defender.
And so handoff this time right up the middle. He's going to fight his way for a couple. But I was going to say, I've watched Peyton Helfer for a long time, and he throws a beautiful deep ball.
Yeah.
He lets
Ball carrier number
he
10,
gives
Corbin Benish.
his receivers a chance to run under the football, which you saw.
Initial hit
And,
made by number 12,
and so
Ray
great
Ramirez.
call. I love the
I love the call.
I
Come
love-
out, let's start the drive, and if not, we're gonna hit you. We're gonna come back and hit you in the face.
Yeah,
Or, come back
no,
at you. So
and I love the surprise because when you face the slot T or offense as a defense, you're always thinking, okay, first down, they're going to run the football.
they're coming straight at you.
Right.
They're right. You're stacking the box. They're coming at you.
So here we go again. He's rolling left.
Oh,
the
he's
lefty.
got him.
He's got a wide open receiver, and I don't think that. Okay, so let's talk about this. That's number intended incomplete pass to number 14, and that's Corbin Hannibal. That is not on the quarterback.
I think it looked like he stopped running.
Right.
It looked like he slowed down.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. As an receiver, Corbin Hannibal, stop running, or that's an easy touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Peyton threw the ball to a spot, right? And that's what you're taught as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin Hannibal has got to keep running on that one. But let's go. 3rd and 8. Hands it this time. Ball's on the ground. Football. But I think the Panthers do get it back. Let's see what they do.
And on play, Panthers recover.
The question is okay, so this is interesting. Forward. So looks like
we bring out the punt team.
Punt team's coming in 5-10 and running here in the second quarter. 4th and 6 for the Panthers.
Yeah, it looked like Peyton. I mean, he just didn't have a good handle.
Yeah,
it looked like it was kind of bobbling around, and he couldn't get it to the running back in a good, clean fashion there.
So let's see what we got. We've got a Floresville player back. He's standing about the 10-yard line. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's going to fake it.
Yeah.
Peyton's going to run it.
Got him.
And he's got it. And there you go. And that's why you
that's why you put your quarterback as your punter.
There you go.
Tackle by number 6, Caden Thompson. Penalty flag on the play.
So we got a hanky. Yellow flag right there about the line of scrimmage.
I'm guessing it's going to be some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct or something. Look like a little bit of extracurricular out there after the play, I believe.
4:40 left here in the second quarter. Floresville with Tigers up 7-6 here.
Personal foul on the defense.
Oh, defense.
There we go.
A little personal foul.
So we are going to add. Looks like 15 yards to that. And Panthers going to be set up shop with really, really good field position here after the fake punt by Peyton Helford, which, again, like Garrett said, that's why you have your your quarterback as your punter. And, I mean, he could throw it and run it, right?
Oh,
Peyton, very athletic.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to throw it there for a minute. I thought he was going to throw the ball, and then he made the smart decision for sure by taking off, and he saw the lane and getting the first down. And I mean, this is big for the Panthers. They went from punting the ball, or basically punting the ball, and now they got a penalty, they got a conversion first down, and now they got the ball inside the 20. I mean, this is huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now you definitely got to, as a Panther offense, you got to take advantage of this. Let's get some more play. Let's get some positive plays here. Let's stay ahead of the chains. And let's go punch this in. So 1st and 10 down at the 17-yard line for the Panthers.
Tigers 17.
Tigers 17-yard line. So here we go. Peyton hands it off. This time up the middle.
Strong run.
Nice run, and he's going to pick up at least 6, probably 7.
Daniel Saldana on the tackle.
So that's
2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 4 there from the looks like at the 11-yard line, so we're going to spot the football. Panthers running in the play, so here we go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
And hey, if you're the Panthers, you're not in a hurry, right?
Yeah,
you're
definitely no rush whatsoever. I mean, you just take your time. I think they're going to run the ball here and keep kind of pounding it a little bit. And
Peyton hands it off. He goes up the middle. That's Trotty. Trotty is stacked up with no room to run. As a matter of fact, he might have lost a yard.
Went to number 5, Dylan Trotty. He's stopped by
your little kick-out blocks. They kind of fell down and didn't get the blocks as well, which, I mean, it happens. But, that's kind of why the play, I think, got blown up a little bit back there for no gain.
And your younger side of that offensive line is the right side. So you got a sophomore at center, a sophomore at strong guard. You do have a senior at strong tackle here, but he is new and inexperienced at that position. So let's see what the Panthers do. This time Peyton's going to roll. He's rolling to his right. He's got some room. He's going to run it. He's going to fly, and he is in the end zone. Peyton Helford,
Touchdown,
Navarro Panther touchdown.
Number 1, Peyton Helford.
Although,
Yeah.
I was going to say,
the
the refs aren't. I've got 3 refs I'm looking at. They don't show the
They don't
signal,
show- it's
but
just
I
so-
saw him in the purple end
Oh,
zone,
yeah.
so there we go.
Hey, man, he took a hit for it and everything, but that's what you love to see.
And
Nice
Peyton,
little Panther touchdown.
there you go. Panther touchdown, up 12-7, 3:06 left here in the second quarter. And great athleticism, and we talked about it earlier. What does Peyton Helford have, right?
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely an athlete, and a nice little rollout, get him outside the pocket, give him the opportunity to take off if he sees it or throw the ball if it was there.
And here we go. They're going for 2. He hands it this time right up the middle.
Oh,
And they're going. Oh, the ball's rolling on the ground. Oh, but wait a minute. Trotty's got it. Referee falls down, but I think he's out of bounds.
I think he just tripped on that one.
Yeah, I think he tripped. He was backpedaling and didn't quite make it. So that's going to be it. They're going to fail on the 2-point conversion. So
2-point conversion attempt, no
Yeah,
good.
that could come back and hurt for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
The official.
yeah, well,
But
and we'll
it looked like Peyton there. He was kind of a little hesitant on the pitch, like he wanted to keep it, and then he was just getting rid of it at the last second. I think if he wouldn't have hesitated and got the pitch out there to Trotty, he would have had a lot better chance of getting in the end zone there. But you know what? We live to fight another day. 2-point conversion. Now let's see what our defense can do and see if we can stop Floresville with 3 minutes left in this quarter. And so I think this is a big stand for the defense. We'll see. I think Floresville is going to throw a lot at them, or probably keep it short. But they're gonna keep moving it around to their receivers and such. And let's see how this Panther secondary responds.
Well, so here we go. 3:06 left. Panthers up 12-7, second quarter. Nice drive, nice recovery on a drive, right?
Yeah,
Where they were going to punt.
definitely.
Fake the punt, drive it down. Now let's see. It's time for the defense, right?
Mhm.
You got to play. What do they call that, Garrett? They call it the football, where we get the offense and the defense and the special. Everyone's playing in a cohesive way, and so that's the goal, right?
Yeah, of
But it
course,
doesn't always
that's-
happen. We're in game 1. We're in half 1,
Mhm.
and
We
and
don't
so
expect everything to be nice
No,
and beautiful and
right.
pretty yet, I mean,
right.
We gotta go through the process.
Right, so it's
Being set to kick
it's
off for the
12-7,
Panthers, number
3:06,
30,
but
Carlos
here's
Soto.
where you want to see your defense.
Really
The
step
kick,
up here.
yeah. So they kick it. He catches about the 27-yard line. It looks like number 18 there for the Floresville Tigers. Again, that's
Number 18, Nolan Wheeler
Yeah, I
Lozano.
would love to see this Panther defense come out
And
here
he's
and
forced out of bounds.
play a
by
little
number
more.
15,
The
Manson
corners play a
Harris.
little tighter, play a little not necessarily press, but up in their face a little bit more and try to prevent some of this small passes that I think Floresville is going to come out and try to throw. But it's a lot of pursuit and a lot of moving around. I
So-
think from this Panther defense we'll have to see.
yeah. And I mean, when you don't return any starters from the year before, it's it's a process, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
you got game 1, and really, we're in non-district play. Game 1, game 2, game 3 is usually, it's a preseason game, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
to a
yeah.
certain extent.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
It
I mean, at
doesn't
the end of the day, it doesn't
technically
yes,
count, right?
It doesn't count as district standing, getting in the playoffs,
Right.
where all the money is, right away.
So there we go. Dump it off. Number 1. He makes a move. He gets hit hard. He owns onto the football, though. That is Mr. Tatum, the senior
Pass
wide
complete to
receiver,
number
Keith. And he holds on. He gets a nice gain there for about
Taken down by
5
number 10,
yards.
Corbin Benish.
So Corbin Benish with the hit and tackle. Clock running. And shotgun formation. Dumps it off. Again, same receiver. This time he's got a first down. And he gets out of bounds. That is Tatum.
Pass complete to number 1, Daniel Tatum.
So, again, short game, right?
Yeah,
They're throwing short.
They're taking what the Panthers are kind of giving them.
Right.
And right now, if you're the Panthers, I mean, yeah, you gotta come with the bend but not break kind of defense here.
That's right.
You can take up a little bit, but you just can't break.
There you
Bend,
go.
but Can't break.
And here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line for the Tigers. 2:14 and running. He's back to pass. He's running. And he's going to throw it. He dumps it off. And again, the sophomore quarterback, not real confident in running. I'm not sure how tall that Drake Coronado is, their quarterback. But yeah, he doesn't look like he wants any part of the defense. Yeah, he'd rather throw the football than run the football. Incomplete pass, 2:06 left, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Shotgun formation, throws it out to the right. That's number 7. He catches it, and he goes to the first down. Fights through a couple. That's Benish again with the Panthers, number 10.
To number 7, Ryan Delatorre.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be just short of the first.
And on
it's
the
gonna
stop,
be
number 10, Benish,
32,
and number
33,
12, Jesse
I believe.
James Waz.
And that looks like Blevins comes off the field for the Panthers. Ryan Delatorre on the reception. Coronado rolling to his right, 3rd down, short. Got a receiver.
Good pass.
And he does catch it, yeah.
Good pass. I mean, you got to put that one on the money.
And one thing I'll say about the sophomore quarterback, Coronado, he hits his targets really well.
Yeah,
he's pretty accurate.
Yeah, no, he's had a lot of accurate passes now. He's had a few where there might have been a little off, a little low or so, but for the most part, he's getting the ball to the receivers in a good spot.
So 1st and 10, Coronado, he's back. He's got some, and they throw the flag, and there you go. You called it right there. This is coming back. He does get about 6-7 yards, but this is coming back.
That's going to be holding on this left tackle on this side. I mean, when you come around the corner of the defensive end and you see his jersey getting grabbed right in front of the ref, they're going to call that every time. So,
and sure enough, it is holding.
Which is huge for the Panthers. I mean, 118 left in the half. Now you set them back 10 yards. I mean, that's a big play. That's positive for the Panthers here, and let's see if they can come up with a stop. Make sure Floresville does not get any points before the half.
That's okay.
So 1st and 20 now from the 46-yard line of the Panthers. Coronado, he rolls to his right. He's got a receiver. He's caught, and he's going to get about 13 yards on the reception.
Pass complete to number 8.
Dig or out route, I would say, right there on the sideline.
And they're taking advantage of our corners playing 7, 8, 9 yards off the football.
They're playing back right now. And
so
they're
that's
letting them have that.
Yeah, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Here, 50 seconds and running, though. Floresville, Coronado in shotgun. He motion. He's going to throw it back. Oh, it's dropped. Oh.
I think they're going to call incomplete on that one.
Yeah, that is incomplete. And Galini, and it wasn't malicious or anything. Galini was just kind of walking through the play. He knocks the receiver down, which is great. Because sometimes sometimes you'll see the ref throw a flag on something like that. But good to know that he just kind of recognized, hey, you know what? He was just running through the play, and
we were always taught, like, if you see the ball anywhere close to being behind the line of scrimmage, you tackle him. You don't hear a whistle. You finish the play off. So
3rd and 8, Coronado. He's got a receiver. He's out of bounds, and he does get out of it. Smart play there. I think that's number 18. And Wheeler Lozano is the hot receiver there for the Tigers, and picks up another first down, and they are down. I don't know if they have a field goal kicker, but they are down close to field goal range at this point. 32 seconds.
Judging from the extra point, I think this kid probably can kick a decent yard field goal.
And they've got some time. He rolls to his right again, same play, and it looks like he does catch it. And that is a first down, and he is out of bounds again, and that's down about the 10-yard line. And the scary part of this, Garrett, is if they run the same play again,
they would be in the end zone.
Probably close to the end zone, right? So, man, Wheeler Lorenzo.
Man, we're looking at another big test for the Panthers for sure. I mean, first and goal here, 23 seconds left. You really don't want to go down the half 14-12. You want to go in the half 12-7.
Well, not only that,
for sure.
Right, the Tigers get the
they get the ball back.
Yes. Yeah, they get the kickoff.
Tigers going to start off with the ball. You definitely don't want to be going down. I mean, even if it's just 2 points, it's still like it's a mental thing. I mean, this is a game of momentum. You want the momentum of a defensive stop to lead your defense back on the field to start the half. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And the question is what are the Panthers? I mean, are they? From here, you don't worry about someone getting behind you. as a cornerback.
Yeah.
So you almost really want to play that aggressive bump and run, right? A little bit.
I'm thinking, especially down here, 10 yards. I mean,
right?
first and 10.
Red
you
zone.
gotta play press. You gotta
Yeah.
play a little press
And
on
that-
them. You
I
know,
mean,
you
that
gotta
was
go
me.
athlete to athlete.
That was me. I had to go to coach and go, hey man, I'm pressing him, right?
Looks like we're a little closer on this side, but still the backside, we're still about 5 yards off.
So he rolls. He looking to his right. He's got some room. He
Oh.
squeezes out of the tackle for the Panthers, but he throws it in the dirt, which was a smart play there by the sophomore.
Yeah,
14
pretty smart
seconds,
play.
right? Doesn't chance it. Doesn't throw it into traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Good play there by the
Panthers defense looked ready there on that one. You know.
Coronado. Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to bring up a second down, but only 14 seconds. So question is, you got this play. You probably get another play.
Yeah, he probably got about 2 plays out of this.
Yeah. So he rolls to his right. He's got some pressure. He dumps it off.
Oh,
It's picked off.
intercepted.
This Panthers pick it off. I'm not sure who that is, but huge play.
Huge.
And
That
a
is
massive
big.
mistake
Yeah.
there by the Tigers. They cost
Oh,
themselves
man.
at least, and I'm not sure who jumped up there for the Tigers. Is that Colorado Kenaway, maybe? Number 21 for the Panthers.
Yes.
Yeah, number 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Colorado Kenaway.
Man, big play
I
there.
love
getting
it.
In front of the receiver, not allowing him to catch that, because I mean he catches that. That's at the 1 yard line or a touchdown.
There
so.
you go. I mean, it saved at least 3 points.
Yeah, at least 3 points. Which is
if
huge.
not 7. And so big play there by the cornerbacks there for your Panthers. Huge, and I love to see it. I love to see those cornerbacks making plays. So I mean, you got to do it, right? Spread offenses.
Yeah. I mean, the Panthers defense got tested there a good bit, and they responded with a good little interception there.
So
for
Helford
sure.
this time, he's going to roll. He hands it off.
Hey, he's
got some room, and that's Trotty. And Trotty's a threat. He's running down, but that's going to end the half. And the Panthers will go into halftime.
With the
Up.
momentum.
Yeah,
That brings
momentum.
us to halftime.
And they are up 12-7 here at the half. And you are here listening and watching the Navarro Panther Network. My name is Lance Blackburn. I'm joined here by Garrett Dieter. And we're going to take a little bit of a break here for a couple minutes, but we'll be back on here in a couple minutes with first half stats with the Seguin Gazette, Scott Gibby.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field the award-winning 2024-2025 Floresville Tigerette Dance Team. The Tigerettes are under the direction of Alexandra Morris-Lissy and Ashley Rodriguez. Tonight, the Tigerettes will be performing a jazz routine to September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Your Tigerette social officers are Sierra Barker and Carolyn Herholzer. Your Tigerette line officers are Major Leah Juarez, Major Paige Morones, Lieutenant Colonel Mackenzie Siesengood, and Colonel Courtney McAnaya. The dancer of the week is Yareli Nieto. Tigerettes, your music is on. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the first performance of the 2024 Floresville High School Mighty Tiger Band. Officers for the Mighty Tiger Band are President Jody Garcia, Vice President Elena Merced, Brass Lieutenants Gabby Espinoza and Logan Marks, Woodwind Lieutenants Jordan Perez, Julia Trabuco, Historian Maylene Panthavon, Secretary Eliza Barraza, Tech Chairman Larry Alonzo and Duncan Baker, Head Librarian Mercedes Gonzalez, Senior Rep Abigail Machado, Junior Rep Thomas Del Monte, Sophomore Rep Mason Johns, Front Ensemble Lieutenants Shelby Borland, Amy Abada, and Luz Leja, Tenor Lieutenant Thomas Delmore, Snare Lieutenant Logan Lewis, Drum Captains Brad Valentine and Ryan Holcomb, Color Guard Lieutenants Sylvia Flores and Audrey Goodnow, Color Guard Captains Isabel Valdez and Maylene Panthavon. Drum majors are Andy Cubios and Mia Franco. Tonight, the band will perform the first two movements of 2024 show Flow, featuring White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane, Even Flow by Pearl Jam, What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, and Enigma Variations by Edward Elgar. Soloists are Jody Garcia, clarinet, Mason Johns, tuba, Elisa Cervantes, flute, Gabby Espinoza, trumpet, and featured brass trio members are Micah Mendez on euphonium, Logan Martz on mellophone, and Larry Alonzo on trumpet. Mighty Tiger Band, you may take the field for your performance. Directors for the Mighty Tiger Band are Jim Cathy, Aaron Beaver, and Stephen McCardle. Color guard instructor is Jacob Martin. Floresville Middle School Band directors are John Villafranco, Jacob Martin, Judith Belmontes, and John Curtis.
All right, welcome to halftime. My name's Lance Blackburn. We're here back with Scott Kibbe with first half stats. What do you got, Scott?
All right, we'll start with Floresville. 10 first downs, 11 rushes for 26 yards, 103 passing yards on 14 out of 22
Scott
attempts.
put his mic a little closer to his mouth.
With one interception. They punted one time for 38 yards, one fumble, and they did lose it. Two penalties for 25 yards. Rushing for them, Coronado 3 for 10, Schultz 5 for 9 and a touchdown. Passing all the yards for Coronado 14 for 22, 103. Receiving Wheeler Lozano 5 for 53, Machado 3 for 19. For the Panthers, 7 first downs, 22 rushes, 124 yards, 69 passing yards.
Welcome to the
2 out of 4
field,
attempts,
the
no
award-winning
interceptions.
Navarro
One punt
High
for
School
43 yards.
Dazzlers drill team.
2 fumbles,
Under the
lost 1.
direction of
2
Michelle
penalties for
Holloway.
25 yards, 10 return yards. Leading the way for them, Helford 4 carries, 35 yards and a touchdown. Blunt 7 for 31 and a touchdown. 7 for 31. Trotter 2 for 31. Passing always by Helford 2 for 4, and then receiving Borchert 1 for 44, and Trotty 1 for 25.
Wow.
Well, what do you think, Garrett?
Sounds like the stats are following the game pretty well. I would say, in most part. I mean, the passing yards for Navarro. I mean, that's a good sign. I think, in my mind, it's like, all right, we got some passes that got off, and I mean, that's what we want to see, especially first game of the season. I think that's huge. And have we ever played Floresville before?
We have not.
Okay, yeah, we were talking about that earlier, and I was still thinking about it. I was like, I don't think we have on the varsity level.
This completes Wilson County for us. I think played all the teams: Stockdale, Poth, and Lavernia. Now Floresville. We've won the game of the county, but. I think you're right. I think they really look good passing the ball. They're rolling him out, using that athleticism. It seems like the 2 he missed. He had guys open. He just overthrew them. But it's what they're doing is working, and that's really got to help the running game and everything else you're doing because you're pulling them back.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
The thing that really stands out to me that's so strange on these stats is you look at the Floresville 14 completions, 103 yards. That's barely 7 yards. A pass, and just that tells the story very well. They're just that short stuff is what they're doing. It's working for them, but on the other hand, positive and Navarro, it's all they've got.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the one time they did try to throw the ball down the field, it was nearly intercepted. I mean, it was well covered and
very well covered. Yeah.
So the Panthers were there, so they were ready for the deep ball.
Yeah.
It's just the short stuff right now, and so
and I think maybe some adjustments. I'm sure they'll make some more. I know they want to guard against anything going deep, but that interception at the end was just huge and maybe reflected some of those that came after the timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. Colorado came away with a huge. Saved at least 3 points, if not 7, right there. Which right now is really the difference in the football game. And if you flip back to it, they fumbled. The Tigers also fumbled, so they have 2 turnovers inside the 10, the fumble and the interception. So if those result in a field goal and another touchdown, we're probably preaching a little bit different.
We
game
would definitely be talking a different game.
But you can also look at the onside kick we really should have had. Caught him by surprise.
Oh yeah.
And then Navarro's fumble and the offense was starting to get going. Who knows if you can even keep moving the ball? But I'd really say the thing that stands out for me is just 2 sophomore quarterbacks tonight.
Yes.
And they
very much
both look very good. They've made some mistakes, but I don't see a lot of jitters. They look like they're very much in command of their offense, and both these schools should have a lot to look forward to the next 3 years.
Oh, I would definitely agree with that saying. I think the quarterback play for the most part has been very, very good, both sides of the ball, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Floresville, if the quarterback doesn't throw that interception at the end of the half there, I mean,
Yeah, they were right. They were banging on the
know,
door.
he's throwing a lot of short stuff, safe stuff, and then man, he's probably kicking himself.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, what are you looking for in the second half? I mean, Floresville's going to get the football back, and are we going to see some of the same? What are we gonna see here? Because it's a one-score game, right? So,
I think they'll continue to see if Navarro take what Navarro gives them is what they've been doing with
Right.
those short passes. Navarro makes some adjustments. I mean, you got to be thinking deep. You got to be thinking
Yep.
about other things, and if you've got them, if you've got them covering everything shallow more and adjusting for that, then
Right.
they have some opportunities there. But I would think honestly up front, I think they've dominated. Their offensive line has dominated the Panthers. They've not been able to get much push, and so you ought to be able to run the ball a little bit. It seems.
that is true. We haven't had a lot of pressure on their sophomore quarterback, and then vice versa. They haven't had a ton on us. I'd like to see the Panthers get the running game going, and game one, right? Get the offensive line, get some gel, have a nice long drive, grind out the clock. If you could stop them on the first possession, go down and get a touchdown, go up 19-7 or something.
Yeah, then we'll be sitting in a lot better spot for sure.
Yeah.
I think
So
You put pressure on Floresville. If you do that in a young team,
right, and force them to maybe do something other than some really 5-yard little shallow routes and stuff like that. So
but I think also staying off the field. I mean, the Floresville's drive for their touchdown was an 18-play drive from I think about midfield.
Yeah.
You don't see very often, but then night like this, young players. I know they're subbing more than they have in the past, or Coach Blunt said they would, but you kind of want to stay fresh tonight, be the fresher team, and as you go in the fourth quarter.
Yep, I would agree with a lot of that.
well, very good. Good stuff there from Scott Kibbe. You can catch him, Seguin Gazette. I'm sure he's got an article coming out here after the game. Should show up, tomorrow?
Or
Sunday.
Late tomorrow night.
Late tomorrow night, maybe in the Sunday edition of the Seguin Gazette. And we will talk to you, Scott Kibbe, post-game show. We'll bring you back for some final stats. And we appreciate you. Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
So, Garrett, so anything, any comments or anything that you are looking for?
Yeah, I really like that. I think Floresville getting the ball. I mean, I think this Floresville team's very competitive, and they've been in this game for a while. I mean, they've been in this game. The 2 turnovers hurt them really big.
Right, inside the 10,
and
right?
So if I'm the Panthers defense this first drive, I'm almost challenging them. I mean, I would challenge them to kind of see what they can do throwing the ball deep. I mean, this quarterback's got an arm. The Panthers need to get pressure to the quarterback. The problem is with the short passing game, the quick passes, I mean, you can't. I mean,
It's
he's 8, 10 yards back there. You can't get to him in that matter of time.
And we're playing a little soft on our coverage in the corners. And they're basically,
soft.
you said, they're running, little digs, little outs, and they're hitting it from there. But this is the deal. It's anybody's football game at this point, right? So, to me, that's a little bit of the scary part is, you're at home, you got Floresville, and it's 12-7. So anyone's football game at this point, and
I think it's gonna be an exciting one. The one thing I like that Navarro did was that last play of the drive. I mean, we got the ball to the outside there to our tailback, and I think I would like to see Coach Blunt trying to get it on the edges a little bit more. I feel like we got good athletes, and I feel like they can compete well with the corners and get on the outside of this team. And I mean, I would like to see a little bit more of that if I'm the Panthers offense, But I mean, of course, the ground game. I mean, it's working. It's still getting there. I'd like to see it bust a little bit, bust a play or two, here and there. But
back when you played, and I mean, I've watched Navarro football since 2012 and been around here for 12, 13 years. Navarro usually the first game of the season. It takes a little time for the slot tee for the mesh of the offensive line and for the backs to kind of get that groove running. So the first games are always tough. I mean, listen, the past few years has not been kind to openers for the Panthers. I mean, last year they won, but I know it was I think 3 years in a row, maybe two or 3 years in a row we have dropped the opener. So it's been a kind of a slow grind, and even before that, it was never we never beat someone 70-7, in the first game. So the slot T is you know you that it's getting that mesh, it's getting that feel for your brother on the right and your left side on that line.
It takes time. The adjustments are huge. I mean, I think a slot T offense, difference between like a really good slot T and a decent slot T offense is the adjustments you can make at half. How can you run the same play, but like change up some of the offensive lineman strategies, change up some of the things you're doing, and then that's when you start seeing the bigger plays and start seeing the bigger drives come together. I mean, even I speak for even some of our teams that we went through the first scrimmage. First games.
Right.
We did sluggish. We were sluggish in the beginning. We definitely made some mistakes, but once we started clicking, that's when it was. That's when it was kind of over with. So
That's right.
I think once this is a very young Navarro team, like we said, and I think once they start clicking and make some of the adjustments, they kind of know what they're expecting. I think we can start seeing them hopefully run away with this game.
Well, the good,
soon.
and the good news for me is you look at our young sophomore quarterback, Peyton Helford, and Helford has he's first half of his varsity football career performed very, very well. He took off. He scored. He's got the lead, with the touchdown here, and he threw the ball very well. Didn't throw it into traffic. Had a couple of really nice, big, long completions, and he would have had a third one. I think his receiver kept, if he would have kept running the foot under the pattern, he would have had that one as well. So really, really positive from a running, decision making, and passing perspective for Peyton Helford here in the first half of his high school football career at the varsity level. So we will see what happens here in the second half. The Floresville Tigers are set to receive the football here as we start the second half, which in about a minute and 38 seconds. And Garrett had to step out here for a second, so he's got some things he's tending to. But at the end of the day here, overall, Panthers up, dodged a couple bullets here with the couple of turnovers for if the Tigers perspective, you're kicking yourself because you had the ball inside the 10 twice, and you turned the ball over with no points. But again, like you mentioned earlier, two football teams that are pretty junior heavy, and sophomore quarterbacks, and you're going to see that. But
not the most starting experience, which is the big thing, I think.
Yeah, and it's different when you get under the bright lights. It's different when you got a big crowd in the stands, and it's.
And it's one of those things. Is these the teams that you're playing? They're usually a lot. It's a lot different. They're a lot better. They're a lot better than the teams you played either JV freshman and and when you're playing against practicing against yourself. These
or scrimmage.
These guys are usually a lot better. I think for me as an athlete, going from my freshman to sophomore year, and I started playing against varsity players, it was a big change. I was like, okay, now you're taking a step up. Like these are good players for sure. No matter what their record says or who you're playing, they're a lot better athletes than I was exactly prepared for. But I think that's what makes this game exciting, and that's what we love to see. So
well, here we go. Start of the second half. The Floresville Tigers will receive the football.
What do you think?
So we'll be looking for a big stop here for the Panther defense and see if they're.
You think they're going to draw up a little onside here to start the half?
Well, you never know, right?
You never know.
They
had 25 minutes to think about it.
Yeah, right. 28,
28 minutes.
28, 25. Long enough, right? But it looks. Let's see that. Floresville doesn't look like they're really set or prepared for an onside.
Unplug the internet from the school up there.
Unplug it. Oh.
Yeah, that blue one that comes in from the school. Go ahead and unplug it. Thank you.
Back in for stage one.
So here we go. The kick from Soto. He does kind of pooch it. It is caught about the 34-yard line. Returned back. Nice return there for the Tigers. He's going to get pushed out at around the 47, 48-yard line of the Tigers. So about a 12-yard return there. So good or great, actually, field position there for the Floresville Tigers. And they will start at the they mark it at the 47. So down by 5 here with about a half of a football field to go to take the lead. And you've still got Mr. Drake Coronado for the sophomore quarterback in for the Tigers. So 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They hand it off up the middle, and he's bruising, gets about 5 yards, and he's finally stood up. Who is that? That is number 19. And Chase Schultz, the junior, with a nice run, and they're going to mark him about a 6-yard gain, 6.5-yard gain. So 2nd and 4 here for the Tigers. So shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Coronado back. He rolls to his right. He dumps it off. He's got a receiver there. He fights. He's got a first down and a bunch more. And that is, again, Chase Schultz. So number 19, the big playmaker here in the second half already for the Tigers. And again, a lot of patience there from the quarterback, sophomore quarterback, Coronado. So 1st and 10 there from the 37-yard line of the Panthers. Shotgun formation. He hands it straight up the middle. And, I mean, there is nobody there for the Panther defense. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody. And I don't even know if they had to block anybody there. I'm not sure where the D-line's at there for the Panthers, but he gains a solid 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Low snap. He's looking left. He comes back. He runs up the middle. And he's got some room. Breaks off to the right. Out of bounds. And the Panther defense, I don't know if they're confused or what, but they're picking up chunk yardage here for the here, and that's going to be another first down for Coronado on the run. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Tigers. He hands it off up the middle again.
Wow.
And I'm not sure where the defensive line's at.
Yeah,
the tackles.
They're getting pushed here
they
for
are,
sure.
I don't even know if they're getting. It's almost like they're standing up, and there's just nobody there. And again, he picks up 7 on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3 with roughly 10 minutes. And there's been nothing stopping the Tigers for the Panther defense. The Tigers, they fake it. They throw it to the right, to the left, and that's number 88 with the reception, Flores. And he's going to get some yardage. Let's see where they mark it.
Yeah, it seems like Floresville's kind of coming out here with a little balance attack, mixing in the run, the short pass.
Right.
They're definitely mixing it up. Made a little bit of halftime adjustments, trying to see what they can do against this Panther defense.
We do have a Panther down on the field, so that's going to be an official timeout. 9:43 left, 3rd quarter. Panthers up 12-7 here in a dogfight in the season opener. It's the ball's marked roughly at the 6-yard line of the Panthers, and Floresville's come out. They got the ball. Nice return up to about their own 47-yard line, and they've driven it all the way down to the Panthers' 6-yard line.
Yeah, for the Panther defense, this is not what you really want to see coming out of the half.
No.
They're moving the ball down the field. Now they're in the 11-yard line. Or 6-yard line.
Right.
This is a big drive here because this can go from 14 to 12 or stay 12-7. And last time the Panthers got an interception down here, so who can step up here? Can they make a goal line stand once again and really kind of change the tide of this game? Because I believe if they make a stop here, they can get the momentum, go down and score, and then we're looking at a completely different game than 14-12. So
go ahead and move it away from the injured player.
So let's see. So third down and short, it looks like, and for the Tigers. And I mean, if I was the Tigers, with the way they've been running the ball right up the middle, I don't know if I'd even think about throwing the football here. I'd almost.
I kind of, I'm on your side here. I think I kind of go at this like straight at this Panther defense.
Right.
Try to really test the defensive line and the linebackers of this Panther team.
So shotgun formation. You got Coronado back. He hands it, and he does. He runs it right up the middle. It's going to be a first down. He's inside the 3-yard line, and first and goal for the Tigers, and they are knocking at the door here. And the Tigers, I don't know if they decided just to run right at the Panthers, which is basically what they've been doing. And
it seems like that's kind of what they're attacking right now. Yeah, is the heart of the Panther defense right at them.
Right, just right at them. And that's going to be first and goal from the about 3.5. He hands it this time, number 19, and he's going to fight his way. Is he in? Yeah, he is in. Touchdown, Tigers. So that's number 19, Chase Schultz, who was the workhorse on that drive.
Yeah, definitely. He seems like kind of like their bigger back that they bring in, especially more hard running, more power back that they kind of bring in there and use.
And so that they are up now. The Tigers up, pending an extra point, up 13-12 here in the third quarter. And so number 14, Gilchrist comes in, the junior. Let's see if he can knock it through the uprights. Panthers with a nice rush, but a good high kick straight through the uprights. And the Floresville Tigers run off the field with some confidence. Up 14-12.
That was a huge drive for them, definitely. I mean, that was a big momentum stealer. I mean, that was a big drive. Now the question is, how are the Panthers going to respond? You got plenty of time left in this football game. You're going to have multiple opportunities, but I feel like this is a big drive. You got to make a stand. You got to come back and get some points on the board here. And so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Blunt, see what this offense is going to draw up and kind of adjustments they make, which I'm always really excited about, and so can see what they do here.
So here we are. We checking on a couple of scores. I know Wimberley was up over Canyon Lake at halftime, 25-0, which is not a shocker. Pretty expected deal there, but there were a couple of really, really close games here, much like ours here on the first night of Friday Night Lights here in Texas, and we will get that to you. The kickoff goes deep and back, and I think that's Montgomery Elder with the reception. He's up and running. Yeah, that is Elder. And he is up to about the 35-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, decent return.
And Montgomery's done. I think he's caught all three tonight. A couple over the shoulder and returning the ball with a lot of confidence, which you love to see. So Panthers will set up shop at their own 35 here at their first possession of the second half. Down now, 14-12. So Helford will lead the offense up. And looks like we got a new center in there, Carlisle. He hands it this time up the middle, and he is rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for about 12, and that's Cohen Blunt.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There we go. That's how you start off.
There you go.
Good hard running up the middle.
Yeah, and Cohen lets him know it with a little first down, and he should. He's great feet for such a big back, reminds you of some of the bigger backs back in the Navarro days, and Cohen's
quick feet too,
quick. He plays tennis, so he got those quick feet, and there he is again, which he's gonna get about 6 on that one. Yeah, and you can tell.
Good game.
Floresville much of that. They don't like to see the big boy coming in and stumbling down, but that 2 dive plays off the right side there for the Navarro Panthers results in about a 12-yard gain and a 6-yard gain. So here he is, Helford at the line, motion, trotting. Fumbled snap. Who's got it? Oh, looks like the Panthers jump.
We got on that.
And
yeah.
the Panthers hold their breath because that would have taken a little bit of luck.
That would have.
Yeah, that would not have been good for the Panthers. So, wow, I don't know who jumped on it, but it looked like maybe Lane Black or Robert, one of the right side offensive linemen jumped on that one. So, thank goodness. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 47-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah, I think you were right. I think it looks like they brought in a new center there, so that kind of that different handle of snapping the ball for the quarterbacks, kind of. Oh God!
A little motion there, and that's going to be against the Panthers. Looks like the swing man jumped off sides. It might have been the quick tackle, but I can't say that. I'd have to see a replay. Didn't see it, but someone on the left side.
Yeah.
And they jumped off, and that's gonna put the Panthers into a little bit of a quandary here, and that's gonna be about 3rd and 9.5.
I went from what 2nd and 5, and now with the fumble snap, and now the penalty. Now we're looking at a 3rd and 9.
But I do see, if you look down here, Cade Pugh, the starting quick tackle.
Yeah, he's over here by the trainer.
And so handoff there, and he's going to be stopped short, and that's Guerra, and Caden Guerra stopped for a couple yards. So 4th down, straight up at the 50. What do you do, Garrett?
Ooh, straight up at the 50.
7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You're down by 2, 4th and 7 from your own 50.
In a weird way, I still trust my defense.
I pin him deep.
You pin him deep?
I pin him deep. 7 yards is a little much for me.
You're thinking too smart here. I think I'm going for this. I always had a lot of faith in my defense, so I'm going for it.
There you go. No, Peyton. He rolls left.
He's got him.
He's got the room. Oh, and he's got the first down and a bunch more. And he takes and he knocks the defensive back there. Peyton Helford all on his own. Couple of nice blocks there by the swing man and the.
Beautiful blocks there. Looks like there are a penalty down, or penalty flag.
There is a hanky down.
Oh yeah, no, but beautiful. I mean, smart play choice. I mean, he had Blunt there in the flat if he wanted to throw that off, but he decided to use him as a blocker and take off and run. So I support the decision. I mean, I think it was a good play call.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like how Blunt trusts in his quarterback. And he 4th down, he puts the ball in his quarterback's hands and he lets him make a play.
Absolutely. And so let's see what we got. Mason Harvey's checking into the football game. Guerra back out. They are marking that off against the Panthers. It will be a first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, so it must have been a personal foul or some sort. I didn't quite get the signal there for that penalty, but
yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like they marked off 10 yards from them. It might have been a hold downfield, I think is what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so the hold was obviously past the first down.
Yeah.
So they do bring it back to the 41-yard line of the Tigers, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 2 receivers split to the near side. It's a follow. Helford is drugged down this time from the backside. Great job by the Tigers.
That was a really good read by the Tiger defense. I mean, they got some penetration there in the backfield, and then they sniffed out the follow real quick. So I mean, you got to give props where props is due. Tigers defense is starting to kind of get some kind of penetration, but while also the Panthers offense is getting the movement where it needs to be moved on the offensive line side, and
So we do have a timeout here in a very important drive, it seems, here in the 3rd quarter with just short of 6 minutes, 5:59 left here, 2nd and 11, and I didn't quite see. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Panthers called the timeout.
Was it an injury timeout?
I think it is an injury timeout because I do not see them pulling any timeout off the scoreboard for either the Panthers or the Tigers. Mm-hmm. The battle of the jungle here. So, but yeah, this is, to me, seems like a really, really, but Garrett, we got a field goal kicker.
Yeah, we do
So,
have a field goal kicker.
We got a
That is-
field goal kicker this year, and
That's an awesome tool to
Yeah.
have and awesome player to have on your team, you know,
right
for sure.
So I mean, a tight ball game like this, although
every
he
point
did
counts.
miss an extra point early in the football game,
Yeah.
but he's new, and so the nice run there, handoff to the right side, so that was going right behind Lane Black, the strong guard who's a sophomore, and so great carry there, and the Panthers going to bring up 3rd and short. So looks like about 3rd and 2.5. Clock running here. 5:33 left here in the 3rd. And again, big drive here for the Panthers. Hands it off to the right side. That's
Yeah,
Cohen
there
Blunt.
it is.
Cohen Blunt's got the first down and more. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling inside the 25-yard line. About down.
Now, I think this offensive line of the Panthers, I mean, I continue saying it, but I think they're starting to click
Right.
now. I mean, they're getting some movement. They're getting the lanes open. I mean, if Colin Blunt's able to run there up the middle, 10, 11, 12, however many yards, that's a positive sign on the season and a positive sign on the game for sure.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you love seeing it.
Yeah. So here we go, 1st down and 10. They roll the clock.
Oh, okay.
Handoff up the middle
It
again.
was just a quarterback sneak there.
There you go. And again, Peyton Helford running hard. And you can see the strength there from Helford as he pushes a couple of players back. And he gets a solid 5.5, 6 yards for the Panthers. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, no, nice play there. I mean, just finding the gap, trusting the O-line, and, man, just run hard.
Well, and this is the type of drive, Garrett, as you well know, that just takes the heart out of the defense.
Oh,
right?
yeah. This is the drive killer.
Yeah.
The killer right here,
I mean, just, grind it on them.
Also,
And there we go. Panthers hitting the hole quick.
there it is.
And I think that's Benish, number 10, coming in. And he's a little change of pace.
Yeah. What you like. You got to have the little backfield combo, and
Right.
Navarro's, I mean, slot T, Navarro, we're known for running all sorts of kind of running backs up the middle, outside, any way we can get it,
That's right. Well, and
the versatility.
yeah, and that change of pace is nice because, we've been pounding the rock quite a bit here most of the game, and then you bring in a guy like Benish, who's a little smaller, quicker, but he still brings a punch to him, which is nice. So, Peyton hands it off. Guerra, the left side, cuts back. He's going back, and he runs over a guy inside the 5, down to the 3, rolls. Let's see. I'm close to the first down. Can't quite see if. We'll see if he got it. 3:44 left here in the 3rd. First possession of the second half of the Panthers, which was in jeopardy.
They're going to mark them just short of the first down.
Just short, which is fine.
Yeah,
You're
second
inside the 4, and you've got a 2nd and 1. So, again, same play. Guerra again. And big back, going back to the left side, running behind your 2 seniors.
Yeah. And it looks like, he's going to be just short. But, good play. I mean, if it works, keep running it.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely. And you've seen a variety of backs in this drive. You saw Blunt early churning. You saw Bennis come in.
Yes.
You've seen Guerra here. You've seen Peyton Helford,
ran the
your
ball.
QB, running the football. So a nice mixture. Helford under center. He hands it. He dives in. That's Cohen Blunt. He's in for the touchdown and the lead for the Navarro Panthers.
That is a touchdown.
So there you go. That's going to bring it up. Your Navarro Panthers take the lead there on a nice, long, solid drive. 18-14. And let's see what they do. Are they going to kick it with Soto? Soto, new kicker, good kicker. Did miss an extra point. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Yeah, I think at this point, go for 2. At least make it a 6-point game instead of a 4.
So there you go.
5.
Helford hands it. That's Guerra. Guerra's in.
He's got it.
He's got it. 2-point conversion, and the Panthers are up 20-14. here late here in the third quarter, and so
Yeah, no, that was a huge drive. I mean, a couple really big plays. I mean, that fourth down conversion by Peyton. I mean, that was a huge play, and so
yeah,
yeah. So
right.
good drive though. I think the Panthers are starting to click on the offensive side of the ball. It's starting to come together, and start kind of wearing them down a little bit. I mean, it's still early in the season, Not all teams are as in good a shape as they are, throughout the end of the season. So I think, kind of wearing them down, this defense is going to take a big toll on this Floresville defense. So
absolutely. I mean, the Heat.
Oh yeah,
not
seeing
cold. Yeah, not seeing the slot T as much as you normally would.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always interesting to watch teams that, because back in my day, that's we used to ground and pound the ball quite a bit. We didn't throw it. We threw it about 10 times a game, but that was normal for offenses. Now you just don't see this near as much.
Yeah, no,
teams spread you out, they throw on you, but.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, what we see.
Right.
We see 10 out of 10,
right.
10 teams that we play this year are going to be running the spread. So
but you saw
it's not a common thing. But, I mean, I've always been a believer that it all depends on who you have in your system and what kind of athletes you have. And I always felt like Navarro High School has had the kind of athletes.
Onside kick, ball's up. It's loose. But they do, the Tigers do jump on it. But, hey, last year, we saw a slot team go all the way.
Yeah.
They beat Wimberley. They go on to the state championship game against Gilmer. And, they don't win, but, it gives.
They're in the competition for it they're in the competition for the state title,
Yeah,
so.
it gives you a lot of hope as a Panther fan. So, 20-14, 2:50 left here. The Tigers take over at their own 38-yard line, and so big possession. Fun game we got here tonight.
Yeah, great
handoff
game.
Straight up the middle, a lot of room, which is I'm starting to get a little worried about our defense at this point because they are chewing off yards, 8, 9, 10 yards of carry. And, I mean, he isn't even touched Garrett for the first 6, 7 yards.
I think there's a lot of truth to that. There's definitely a little soft spot in our defense. I mean, we're running right now with pretty much one inside linebacker and then 4 D linemen. I mean, based off just the alignment itself. So it kind of puts you in a position where someone's got to definitely step up and make a play.
So second down, they run it again. It's first down off the edge. That's coming in, making the tackle.
Oh yeah, no, great job coming from that DN spot, coming down hard as soon as you see the ball get handed off there. So that was a good job there. It's just got to keep up with that consistency from the defensive line.
So 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Tigers.
Pass.
He's back to pass. We get a little bit of pressure this time. He does dump it off there at the end, and he does get about 8, 9 yards on the reception. It is caught in Panther territory.
I know, honestly, good heads-up play there. Notice your receiver at the last minute get that off. I mean, that's just good football, good quarterback play from Drake Conorado. No, good offense there.
So they hand off straight up the middle again, and again, this is he's still on his feet, rumbling down to about the 31. They're going to mark it at the 31, but again, that was number 32 for that's Venice for junior running back, Andrew. They snap it, quick play, out to number 7, the receiver, Delatoria Ryan, the senior, out to the left side here, and again, he's going to pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, we got a late flag coming on this side of the right where the ball was.
And looks like we got a hold against the Tigers, so we'll take that.
Yeah, that's big.
And that's really nice there. So the big story of the night is the Cuero Gobblers are just getting blasted in Columbus, 44-17, which was just absolutely. I mean, we all know Columbus is a pretty good
I was
football
gonna say
team.
Columbus is a really good football team, but
But
Cuero,
Cuero, usually just kind of reloads, and for them to be really getting blown out at this point is a little shocking.
That's a surprising score for sure. Cuero's usually a very competitive team, no matter who they're pretty much playing.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 17 from their own 37, or if the Panther 37-yard line. He's going to scramble out to his right. Jornato, he's going to dump it. He's got a receiver. He's got a first down. And inside the 10-yard line with the catch and the reception, who is that? Number 18 again. 18 and 19 have been the workhorses. That was Wheeler Lorenzo. And
good heads-up play there.
Man,
he started the scramble drill. It looks like he was taking off, but never kept his eyes downfield the whole time.
So they do mark it around the 10, 1st and 10 at the 10. They hand it off. That's number 32. He's up the middle. He's going to bring it down around the 5-yard line. So 42 seconds. And I tell you what, man, the Floresville Tigers have not wasted any time moving the football.
I think their halftime adjustments, their offense right now is clicking on all cylinders for the most part, which is scary. But, they're succeeding right now.
So it almost looks like the number 32 moved early. The refs missed that one. Faithful doesn't like it. Should have been a 5-yard penalty backing them up. But let's see what we got here. We got a player down. Looks like a Panther player. A Fisher injured player down. And the football is down about the 1-yard line. It looks like they're marking that.
Yeah. About the 1. Looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, and so 11 seconds left. We got an injured. I tell you what, it's
it's about that time. No.
The thing is it's a little frightening because they're running the ball just right down the core of the defense. That's just not, you always say, Garrett, you know this, right? If you can have a D tackle, a linebacker, and a safety straight up the middle of the field, that's the core of your defense.
Yeah.
And if you don't have to run to the outside, and you can get 7, 8, 9 yards a chunk, that's you love that as an offense.
Oh yeah. I think Floresville's offensive line right now is starting to get. They're getting comfortable and they're starting to move our D line a little too much, a little more than we would like to see, and then it's just like that's pushing us back into our linebackers, where our linebackers aren't able to fill the gaps or fill the gaps to make the plays. So right now it's a little we're a little scared, but you know what?
But we're still up by 1, so
up.
you never know. We could use that 3rd turnover inside the 10, right?
Yeah, another turnover here, or even just a goal line stand, or hold them to a field goal, big plays.
A snap, they hold it. Number 19, he's going to fight his way. Is he going to get in? No, it looks like the Panthers are going to hold him.
Oh yeah,
and push him back. He might have lost a yard there. Let's see where the official. That will be the last play of the. Is that going to be 4th down?
I believe we're in 4th down.
So we've got another Panther injury down again.
Yeah, I think we're coming to the point of that time of the night. First game of the season, cramping.
Yeah.
The cramps are coming for sure.
Right.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And so let's see what we've got. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. But let's verify that. If it is 4th down, that's huge.
I believe they had it 3rd down last play. I don't even know how we were on 3rd. I don't remember how we got to 3rd down. Anyway.
Well, yeah. At the end of the day, this is the next play is going to be a really big
this
play.
This is a big play right here.
Yeah. So, and you can't blame Floresville. They've had a ton of success. I think that's the first time the Panthers have really stopped them up the middle all in the entire second half. So what do you do here, Garrett? If you're Floresville?
Oh man, I still think you could. I don't know if you tack the inside here. I would run the ball, but try to get a little more off tackle because I think Navarro's going to
Right.
Or they're going to crowd up. They're,
Right.
they're going to be in the inside. If you could just get slightly off tackle, you might have a chance. I mean, that's kind of what I would think here.
So
I'm
if
very
you're
impressed with this Floresville offense the second half so far. I mean,
Right.
They came out clicking on most.
yeah,
on
I mean
mostly
they
everything
started
they're doing.
okay. So they started the first drive. They went 53 yards and scored a 4-yard touchdown run. They started this one at their own 38, and they're knocking at the door at the 1.
Oh yeah, so they're moving the ball.
And like I said, a lot of it has not been passing the football. A lot of it's been running it right up the middle. So here we go.
Big play here.
Huge play to start the fourth quarter. The Panthers up 20-14, but Floresville here can really they can tie the game and then go up with an extra point or 2-point conversion. Their quarter. Oh, and they absolutely huge play there.
There it is.
The Panthers stopped them. I'm not sure what Floresville was doing. The smallest guy on the field they got running the football, their quarterback. And so the Panthers stopped them inside the 10 for the third time.
Yeah, third stop inside the 10. Panthers survive without Floresville. Yeah, I don't know about the play call there. I mean, on Floresville's part, I mean, I wouldn't have ran your quarterback right up the middle in that situation. I understand getting an extra blocker from the running back, but no. I would have tried to go a little more off tackle or.
19 and 32 of just
they've been your workhorses.
Yeah,
they pounded in or your big runners and
so and now the Panthers take over on their own 2-yard line, so he actually loses a yard, and so Navarro got 98 yards, and you know what? They got some big backs, so Floresville. Let's see if that was kind of it for them. Floresville sells out though. Minimal gain there for the Panthers, just to get some.
You talk about a long. If you're a Panther fan right now, you want a long, sustained drive.
Yeah.
You eat up as much clock as possible.
Right.
Keep the ball in your offensive hands. And keep Floresville's offense off the field as long as possible. That's the goal. Get some points for sure. I mean, you want some points. All points are good points.
Yeah, and on the flip side, if you're Floresville, hang on, they hand it off, selling out. That's Guerra, and Guerra's close out to about the 10-yard line. That's going to be about 3.
Number 6, Caden Thompson.
Caden Thompson with the tackle, and but I think on the flip side, if you're Floresville. If I'm the Floresville coach, I'm selling out on run blitzes left and right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're expecting Navarro to take their time, run the ball.
Yeah.
Run, a lot of you'll see a lot of
dare him to throw
running.
the football.
Oh
right?
yeah, dare him to throw, dare him to go something out of the ordinary.
So they hand it off. That's Cohen Blunt, and Cohen Blunt's going to have the first down out across the 15-yard line. And that is huge. Huge. You love to see that first down. And with 10:42 and ticking on the clock, the Panthers. The hardest thing to do is pick up that first down, right? And once you get that,
once you get the first down,
that first one, it's like, all right.
Big thing is stay ahead of the chains. Just keep it going.
So Helford's going to throw. He's got a receiver.
Oh,
wait a minute. No, he's got pressure. He throws it, and he throws it out of bounds. It looks like there's a yellow hanky in. Yeah, it's a hold. It's Navarro. And that was almost about the worst thing you could see if you're.
I just said, stay ahead of the chains.
Stay ahead of the chains. You called it. And
it looked like he got Floresville's defense. Got him in the face or got our quarterback in the face. That's why I thought they were calling that too. But
and it looked like Garrett. He had a couple receivers that were open. That's the frustrating part about the whole thing, because Helford, he seems to really avoid pressure well.
Yeah. I think that was the first time tonight where Floresville's actually gotten some decent pressure on him.
Illegal man downfield called against.
Illegal man downfield. Okay, that's what it was. Was not a hold. It was legal man downfield. They hand off up the middle. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Beautiful play.
I'm not sure who that is. I'll get a number here as he runs right by me. It looks like Dylan Trotty. That is Trotty. And Trotty is going to run, and that's going to be a
touchdown.
Touchdown, Panthers. And that's probably going to seal it here for the Panthers.
That's a big play right there.
They're huge turn of events right there. I mean, you hold them inside the 10-yard line. They were at the 1, went for it for 4th, and a very questionable football or play call from the 1-yard line.
I wouldn't even pick their camera, students on the camera out.
Oh man, yeah, beautiful play fake there from the Panthers offense. I barely saw him get the ball, and then he was gone.
Trotty showing off his speed there.
That's one of them.
And again,
man.
the
When it
Panthers
works,
go
it
for
works.
2, and they roll.
Yeah.
And he's in for the 2-point conversion, which is going to give him a 2-touchdown lead.
That's big. Yeah, getting the past two-point conversions puts you back to where you want to be. Exactly. Yeah, 14-point lead right now. Now you, as a Panther fan, that was good. That was a successful, man. You talk about a great goal line stop there, and then turn around. You get a penalty, doesn't matter. Go down, get a big play, score. Now you're 2 scores up. I mean, that's huge. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, hey, first game of the year. I mean, you're on the ropes. They're on your 1-yard line, about to probably take the lead. Tie up the game with a touchdown and with an extra point conversion, right? And then next thing you know, I don't agree with but I'm not a Tiger fan either, so I'm happy with the play call. But yeah, you pound them, you pound our defense, and then you run probably the smallest kid on the field up the middle, and so. Good for the Panthers. Nice play. Great blocking there for the Panthers to spring Trotty. And next thing you know, we're up by 2 touchdowns. So
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, going from a tie football game or down by 1 to 2-touchdown lead. We will take it. And here we go with Soto on the kickoff.
Back eight for receive number 1, Keith DeLontano,
and he does onside it. And the Tigers do jump on it. Tiger football right at the 50-yard line. I'm not sure why we're onside it.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why would you not try to get that one a little further back,
I mean, they got one big play, and then it's a 1-score game again. So that's deep, down
the way
around
this Floresville's offense is kind of connecting right now.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't want to give them I wouldn't want to give them this kind of field position.
Yeah, I do not like that. I don't know who's calling the special teams for the Panthers, but coaches, I don't like that call.
No, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Let's kick the ball deep and pin them deep. Make them earn the 30 more yards. So they run it up the middle. The number 19 again. He is bumbling, and he is
hard running though.
Yeah,
really
hard running. I mean, Chase Schultz, the junior, which will be back next year. He is a big boy, and it makes you wonder why they didn't run him at the 1-yard line. So,
that's a good point.
Yeah, but 2nd and 1, and pass is knocked down, incomplete. So, good play there by the Panthers to get their paws.
Good work there.
Gotta love that. That might have been Ledesma, the big sophomore coming off the field, getting his paws up there and knocking that one down. So
looks like it's gonna bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, and you got to think you're down by 2 touchdowns. And he runs it up the middle. He's got that easy first down. He's not hit till he picks up about 4.
22, Brandon Galini.
Good push from Floresville's offensive line there for sure. That was he didn't get touched till he was beyond the marker, beyond the first down. Let's see, the Panthers defense, big stop here. Falls on the ground.
And he falls down.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, bad snap. Quarterback there.
Snap recovered by the
Coronado tries to pick it up, but he trips over his own feet and he loses about 5. So.
Yeah, no, I mean that brings up 2nd and 15 right now. As good as the penalty, so, or even better. But that really helps the Panthers defense.
Absolutely.
Now they're probably gonna have to go to the air. Or throw
Second
the ball.
and 14. So he throws it. He's got a receiver, but he throws a little bit behind him. He was open.
He had a receiver, just behind him.
Yeah, number 18. Looks like the playmakers again for the number 18, number 19 have been kind of the theme all night there for the Tigers. And number 18, now that he's split to our side, he's a big, tall kid.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good size. I mean, yeah, he's a tall kid for sure.
Now he rolls to the right. He throws deep. He does the look for number 18. And that is number 15 there for the. That's Manson Harris on the coverage. And
Good coverage. I mean,
good
he was there.
coverage. There is a flag, but Manson had great coverage. We got a hold against Floresville, and they decline it. And the Panthers, it will bring up fourth now, in 4th and 14 for the Tigers with 8:37 left in the football game. It's 28-14. Your Panthers are up here at Irwin Lee Field. Snap is back.
Oh,
he's got a lot of pressure, and he's just going to have to dump it, and that is it. Wait a minute.
That's against.
And that's going to be
against them.
Yeah, that's going to be against the big boy Tiger, number 75, which is one of their big stud offensive linemen. Torres. He'd had enough, and that's going to be. That might seal it there with 8:25 left, up by 2 touchdowns.
Man, that was a big stop for the Panthers. Panthers were able to get pressure on that play, which is exactly what you needed. I mean, it was a longer developing play. He had to throw the ball down the field, and Panthers were right there in his face. I mean, that was beautiful work from the defense there.
Absolutely, and we haven't seen a ton of pressure from the Panthers tonight, but that was timely, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was perfect.
Definitely. You know, take what you can get, that's for sure. And that's the time you want pressure, and you got it.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what the Panthers can do here. I mean, yeah, just like the last drive, except, maybe take a little bit more time, take some time off the clock.
So I do have a little bit of time here. I'm going to jump into last night, sub-varsity. Floresville got the better of the Panthers last night, both in freshmen. The freshmen lost as well as the JV. The JV lost on the last minute of the game. They went for 2, but ended up not making it. Lost 28-27. And I'll also mention the Navarro volleyball team. The Navarro volleyball team is on a hot streak. They are right now in the Seguin tournament. And as the Panthers take that for a nice first down.
Beautiful game there.
But the Navarro girls volleyball team is on a hot streak right now. They've won 6 games in the last 2 days in Seguin. And
awesome.
they're a current record of 16-9. They'll play Floresville in the morning. Helford under center.
Convenient.
He keeps it. He's got to follow, and quite convenient, right? Floresville, and we played Floresville in tennis, and we'll get to that here in a minute. Last night, and we won that, so a dogfight. But yeah, the volleyball team has done quite well the past couple days, and so a shout out to them. And we look forward to possibly we're in the winners bracket, winning the whole thing in Seguin. There's a handoff there to the left side. That looks like it was Mason Harvey.
Yeah,
37 Mason Harvey on the carry.
Picks up a there. But yeah, go volleyball. Switching over to tennis. The tennis team is 6-0, 3-0 in district. Had a dogfight last night with Floresville and picks up a big district win to keep their district championship alive. With several to go, 5 matches to go, but huge win last night. Shout out to some of the girls that fought. Midlow had a great match. I know she won singles and man, all the Navarro girls and guys, including Cohen Blunt, who's out on the field tonight.
Awesome.
They were down quite a bit, and then they fought and really managed to fight back and get a nice victory. So shout out to the tennis team, and last but not least, shout out to the cross country team. This cross country team has been off to Coach Magin and his crew as the Panthers. That's Benish running it off the left side, chewing up clock here. 6
Beautiful drive so far for the Panthers. Taking
Just-
their time.
just
grinding
what
it
you
out,
want to
man.
see, right?
Oh, yeah.
Developing cohesiveness with your offensive line.
Oh, yeah. This is how the Navarro Panthers finish their games.
There
Or
we
this is
go.
how you like to see them finish their games.
That's
for
right.
sure.
That's right. Especially here in the beginning. But yeah,
Mhm.
great. Off to a great start. Ethan Liu leading the boys side of the cross country team, and Lilia Flo and Maddie Gillum and Chaser Sturm there for the girls, leading the girls side of the cross country team. But shout out to all of them. All the sports, tennis, cross country, volleyball are all out to great starts into their season, as well as it looks like the Navarro Panthers are going to bring home their first victory tonight here on the football field here with 5:17 left.
Yeah,
And ticking.
gotta love the fall sports. You know, a lot of excitement going around for Navarro. It sounds like. Sounds like a lot of these programs are doing really well. Which get
Gotta
out
love
there, get involved in the community. You know, and support your Navarro Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. Come out and watch. That's Trotty again, and Trotty, man, you see a different tick with Trotty.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's just got that
And quickness.
that, like you know as well.
Yeah.
You get past that first wave, and bam! I mean, you get into that second level, as they call it, or third level.
Yeah, I really like his vision and everything. It seems like he's quick, and as soon as he sees the lane, as soon as he sees where he needs to go, he's hitting it. And you gotta love a running back with good vision for sure. And I mean that's a huge difference maker. Can't be running up on people all the time. As a running back, you kind of gotta avoid getting tackled sometimes.
Helford under center, hands off. That looks like Cohen Blunt off the right side, but the Tiger defense still late.
Had a lot of penetration, especially in that gap, and so I think they were kind of ready for that one, which is fine, but we'll see. We'll keep working hard, keep getting this offensive line to push. I mean, we got 2 downs to make a first, and then we can hopefully punch it in here soon. But we still got 3rd and 4th down, so
3rd down here, and ball on the 3-yard line. He hands it off. Cohen Blunt, and Cohen rumbles, bumbles, stumbles, and he is hit for another Navarro. Panthers are going to go up here 34 to 15, pending an extra point, and well on their way to their first victory of the season, which, man, it wasn't very long ago. And like I said, the big play of the night really was the goal line stand on 4th and 1.
Yeah, I think that to me is the biggest play right now, because you're talking going from 21 to 20 to 28 to 14, and so I think that was huge. Big play, turn of events, and we got a field goal.
Yeah, there we go.
Extra point, my fault.
Yeah, extra point, and
a nice kick too.
And that is what we've. I know Soto got off to a little bit of a rough start, missed that first one. Maybe a little first game nerves, but boy, he booted that one through. So let's jump into a couple of scores. Smithson Valley Rangers up huge, 45-0. Port Isabel, we're kind of keeping an eye on those guys because they were the team. They made quite a run last year in South, and we could see them in Region 4. They're up 14-6 over Lyford. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if I've ever heard that one, but yeah.
Right. Llano up big over Lytle, 40-0. Let's see what we got here. Well, it's still showing and maybe maybe I need to get an update. I'm gonna close that out and see. It doesn't look like maybe those scores are updated, so we will see, Garrett.
We have
What?
those scores on the screen updated by a student.
So let's pull that back up.
We do have them on the screen for the district scores.
Yoakum up. Yoakum actually beats Port Lavaca Calhoun 41-32.
Kickoff goes out of bounds.
There.
We
Yeah.
are on the internet.
Fulton, Rockport up 42-38 over Orange Grove. Man, Columbus has just put it on, and it looks like it's
Cuero.
a final over Cuero, 65-24. Man, that's gotta shock the Gobbler Nation down there, which is not hurting our feelings much.
True that. Yeah.
Waco La Vega is up. They won 45-15, and it looks to be there's a penalty there, and they're going to mark that off against the Panthers.
Yeah, we kicked it out of bounds. So
Davenport Wolves, they won tonight 32-15 over San Antonio Veterans. Alamo Heights with the victory. Gerald comes back and wins over Giddings 20-14.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And this is a little bit of a shocker. Laga Vista, which should have a really, really solid football team this year. They won 23-20, or they're winning with 21 seconds left in the game over Burnett. Looks like Gonzales fell tonight by a big margin there, 41-19. San Antonio Central Catholic. Lampasas is up on Fredericksburg, 30-21. Marion looks like they're down to Stockdale, 34-21. So, shotgun formation here, and they throw it out to the right side. Nice tackle there, but still gets a good game. That's Benish.
Pass complete to number 1.
About a 7-yard gain there
Taken
for the
down by number 10,
Tigers.
Corbin
But
Benish.
3 minutes and change left here in the fourth quarter. Panthers up 35-14, comfortably up 21 points.
Yeah, and I think at this point, Floresville's got to put the ball in the air. Their running game was actually working really good. That was one of their strong suits, I think, of the night. Now they're.
And that was not a bad pass. That was one of the first mistakes there by number 18, the receiver there, incomplete. He hit him in the numbers by Wheeler Lorenzo.
Yeah, in stride, yeah.
So that'll stop the clock. 3rd and 11. Looks like Wimberley takes home the victory here, 46-0 over the Canyon Lake Hawks, who we will see in this stadium here in a couple weeks. Incomplete pass. Looks like it's out of bounds on the far side. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
Yeah, big stuff there from the Panther defense. I mean, I think now they've got control of this game, and I mean Floresville's going to go for it here on this 4th and 11. But I mean, if the Panthers get a stop here, they can really take control, run a few plays, get a 1st down, and come out of here with the victory to start the season.
Sinton Pirates, big lead tonight, 42-8 over Beeville Jones. He throws it on 4th down. It is incomplete on the near sideline. 4th down. That will be a turnover on downs there, and the Panthers will get the football back here.
Oh, yeah.
2:41 left here in the football game.
Oh, yeah, no, this is a good spot for the Panthers being right now. I mean, they're in total control, like I said, and now they can run some plays here, get a 1st down, heck, get some practice in, get some more film out there, and, let's see what we can do. I always believed as a player, the more times you get out on the field, the more opportunity it is for you to get better, as well as, sometimes you got to put some highlights together.
Absolutely.
You're making yourself a nice little highlight reel, so.
Yeah, no doubt.
Got to take advantage of every opportunity you get when you're out there.
So Panthers going to have a chance here to tack on to their lead. Here, 2:41 left here in the football game, and man, Tyler Chapel Hill putting it on the Jasper Bulldogs, 49-14. Tyler Chapel Hill is a heck of a program, but Jasper last year with a lot of really good football players as well, so that's a little surprising. Cibolo Steel just putting it on Liberty Hill, big time. The Unicorns out of New Braunfels, they are up 48-0. And Lavernia Bears play San Antonio Burbank tomorrow.
Oh, good run there.
Nice run there by the Panthers.
Colorado
Kenaway. Looks like the Panthers have put in quite a few of their backups.
Yeah, I believe we got
Now
some
in
second
quarterback
string in
for
there now.
Navarro,
It's great,
number
give them an
13,
opportunity to
that's
get some game time, play time in, man. Have some fun with it.
Absolutely.
Oh, fumble snap.
Fumble snap, and that is
Fumble on a snap recovered by the Panthers.
which is Hudson Jenner in at quarterback now. He's the third string quarterback, so big kid, big tall.
Tall kid for sure.
Big tall kid. Panthers. Jenner under center. He hands it off this time back out to the right side. That's Chambers.
Chambers.
Number 4. Nice little pickup
And
there.
on stop number 46, Nathaniel Saldana.
Yeah, good little offensive run there. Now we get to see some of these. It's nice. We get to see some of these players that haven't got to play today. See how they're looking start the season. And so yeah, no, this is a huge. I think this was a good game. It was a big game for the Panthers. I mean, they faced a lot of adversity here. They had some challenges. They had some setbacks, and not everything went perfect. But at the end of the day, they took control when they needed to.
Well, that's a handoff there to number 45. That's the sophomore, Tyler Risky. Big boy for a sophomore. Takes the handoff there from the fullback position.
Yeah. Clock's winding down here. Oh, was that fourth? Oh, they're giving them the first down. Yeah, so it was fourth down.
Fourth down. Panthers get the first down. We're inside a minute here, and that's gonna about do it.
I think that'll about do it. I don't even know if they need to.
Home opener here for the Navarro Panthers.
Oh,
and he is going to kneel it. Jenner with the kneel.
Panthers taking
and
knee.
There we go. That should
next
do it.
week, the Panthers will be on the road taking on Antonian.
So Antonio
and
Prep
2 weeks we'll be right back here to take on the Canyon Lake Hawks.
Next game at Antonio Prep. We will have that live. Pre-game probably at 7.
Yep.
Kickoff at 7:30 next week. We're going to chat a little bit here to end this one. We're going to probably bring in Scott Kibbe for some final stats.
We do have highlights, too.
Oh, and we got highlights.
Oh, we got highlights. Okay.
That's the ball game,
new
ladies and
feature
gentlemen,
of the
with
Navarro
the
Panther
Panthers
Network.
defeating the
Nice.
Floresville Tigers 35-14. Everyone, please have
That
a safe
is
trip
the
home and
final.
good night.
So the final tonight here from Geronimo, Texas is your Panthers 35, the Floresville Tigers 14, and big victory here in game 1, home opener for the 2024 Navarro Panthers.
Oh, I think this was a huge game and a great statement for the Panthers. Like I said, a lot of adversity. Not everything went their way. Not everything was the prettiest. There was times where we didn't look great, but we stuck in it. We played hard, and we were able to come out where we took control of the game when we needed to, and we won it like the Panthers should. Taking their time, driving the ball down the field, and succeeding. So
absolutely, and
getting points on the board.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it got a little hairy there for a little bit, and we weren't sure exactly if it was gonna be a really tight football game.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I think a couple plays being a little different, we would be talking a whole lot different football game, down to the wire.
Right, and so. I mean, the big thing is obviously that Floresville you know, they're a young football team. They got a new coach. They're learning probably a new system from what they've been running in the past. They got a sophomore quarterback. You know, they were down inside the 10 3 times, Gary.
3 times.
3 times, 2 turnovers inside the 10, and one, you know, basically at the 1 yard line, and I didn't agree with the play call, but you know, hey, Navarro sold out on the blitz and
they
made it happen. So, but yeah, that was could have been a very different football game tonight.
I definitely think
but
so.
you give the Panthers credit.
Yeah.
They made the plays inside the 10, and you know, that's the name of the game, right? I mean,
100%. I mean, I think this Floresville team. I mean, a couple things go a little different. You know, they would have been in this game, and I think they're decent. They're a decent football team. I think the score doesn't exactly reflect how good of a team Floresville has the potential to be and how good they are.
Hey,
you know, they're young
and I agree. I did not expect Floresville to give the Panthers quite the fight that they did.
Yeah, I mean,
but
the second half drives, they're moving the ball down the field pretty
right.
good.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers got some stuff, and we'll talk a little bit about that. We're waiting right now here to have a little. We do have some highlights, I think.
Yeah, we can go ahead and roll those.
Roll those.
Yeah, I'd say roll the highlights.
Yeah, let's roll the highlights. We can talk about those, and we're waiting on Scott Kibbe to do a little post-game stats. And okay, so
we'll show the replays again, and we'll get your commentary on it.
Okay. So
we don't have it.
Yeah, we don't
have it up here.
Oh, it doesn't come up there.
Yeah, it's frozen on us up here, but that's okay. You can run them, and we'll keep talking. But
go ahead.
But you know, the other thing that was huge about the long run there to kind of seal the game, and you gotta love that because you know the offensive line seemed like they really started to gel there late in the game, and you've got you know that's going to end the half. This time, the first game for the offensive line
Floresville, 17 first downs, 159 pass
Well, 358 yards on the ground, 69 yards. I mean, you're over 400 yards of offense, and you score 35 points, and you stop them inside the 10-yard line 3 times.
It was the fourth quarter. I mean, they just you didn't know how the conditions were going to be on the line. But the huge offense, and of course the great call to try to. I did not. I mean, I don't know where they were hiding this offensively because watching these scrimmages, I didn't know where the offense was going to come from. I knew some of the weapons had in the backfield, but you just hadn't seen. You didn't expect them to be as aggressive as they did today.
Right.
There was about unstoppable like the last 4 possessions. So I guess still there until the last one. Really, really.
I think they really came alive. Really took over and dominated the game.
And I think and the mistakes, they did not make the mistakes that they've been really played the past couple of years. A couple of penalties, but not the big ones.
That's right.
One turnover that hurt early, but they overcame. And it just helped them look so composed when they started this offense. That's probably the most exciting thing about it. In addition to something.
Yeah, and I mean, you got a little. I was a little scared there in the second half. They started, Floresville started. They started the second half there at their own 47. They went down, they drove it, and they scored a touchdown. And then they got the ball back at their own 38, and they drove it down. But man, they were gashing us right up the middle, and I mean, it was just like, man, he wasn't getting touched for 7-8 yards. And so I was, that was a little frightening. That has definitely got to be cleaned up. I don't know what Antonio Prep has as far as, they're private schools, so you don't see them a lot. But that to me would be, a little bit of an alarm for the Panthers on defense, right? And they didn't try to throw a lot of really deep passes against us. So
and when they did, we covered well.
Yeah,
in my opinion. So we covered really well on the deep ball, which was a good sign.
Right. Right.
It was just really unusual that it was surprising when you look at it. They only scored 14 points for as much as they had the ball, but they had no big plays. I'd have to go back and see what their biggest play from scrimmage was. They got a 28-yard pass down here leading to the second touchdown.
Yeah.
But I can't, for a while, the Panthers, it's a young defense. There's going to be a little bend and not break.
Right.
You just got to make the play. You got to make 1 or 2 plays on a series can shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, any final thoughts from?
Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah,
Anything?
Scott. Anything that you? I mean, looking into next week, what would you clean up? What would you kind of really focus on? Getting better at maybe offensive, defensively, something like that.
Well, it's going to depend. It's all personnel each week and who you're playing. Certainly the defensive line getting off those blocks a little bit better. I think we were taken out of our blitzing tonight that we like to do because you had to watch all those screens and had to do something. So maybe they can play a little more characteristic of it next week. But they're going to be people throw screens at us all year. That's one of the ways to work against us. So. You just can, as he will say, keep getting better. This was a good point to start on, and
absolutely
week to week, this team could be really good by the time district comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garrett, what do you think?
No, I mean I agree 100% with Scott. I mean, you gotta put in the work week in and week out. I think where they're at right now is a really good solid place for Navarro. I think they showed a lot tonight. They showed, I think, a lot in a way. They showed better than. We were kind of expecting, which is a really good sign, and I think just kind of keep building on that. Especially, I think the defensive line, the linebackers hitting the gaps. I mean, that's kind of stuff we got to get a little bit better at. But that takes time. It takes time for sure. Offensively, I think play calling was good. I think the offensive line was definitely feeling the game better. They were getting better as the game was going on, which is what you love to see. And I do agree with what you said with our quarterback. I mean, I love the way he handled the game, and he did a great job. I don't think he made too many mistakes. I mean, he overthrew maybe a couple passes, but I mean, it was that's just something to expect. I mean, that's just nothing. So I think he did a really good job. He knew when to tuck the ball. He knew when to run it, when to throw it. So very a lot of hope, a lot of promise, or
Yeah.
a lot of hope. A lot
Yeah,
of potential
absolutely.
left in this team for sure.
Well, and I think from my perspective, you're off. You gotta like what you saw from the offensive line,
Yeah.
especially going into the second half, and really when the game was tight, they took over. And in the defense, you gotta like what they did inside the 10-yard line when it got to the time where it was put up or shut up. They put up,
They put
and
up, for
and
sure.
and and they made the stops they needed to make. And then, like you said, the young quarterback is showing promise. And as your dad would say, Hank would always say, your biggest improvement is between week 1 and week 2.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of truth to that.
So we'll see. And so next week we could be seeing a whole different. I mean, in a better way, Panther football team. And I personally don't know a lot about Antonio Prep. I'm not sure anyone does at this point, but
They were losing tonight. I know.
Okay.
Pretty a couple touchdowns at least. This is Holy Cross,
okay.
but we'll see.
Well, but Holy Cross is, I mean,
Good.
they're the holy grail of
Private.
that. I mean, they're really, really good.
Private
So,
schools.
but yeah, no, it should be. It's great. It's you always. I talked a little bit earlier in the broadcast. To Garrett. Navarro in the past 5 years, we haven't had the best opening game. I mean, we've lost a lot of openers in the past about 5 years or so. Not in a row, but last year we won. But before that, I think we
I
lost.
lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row
last year.
So
I think one other thing is just they're showing that they're young, but they know how to win.
Yeah.
And that's what you build a little bit of a tradition and
yeah,
getting into
confidence.
that. You could see Floresville hasn't done that.
Right.
And they kind of you start making some mistakes. You start getting a little frustrated. You get out of your game when things go
100%.
against you late.
Yeah.
When you're not used to pulling those games out.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that was a big
I think
key,
that's
but
a big point.
yeah, and that's very encouraging just to see that's continuing even with all the young players.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
just a little bit for the.
Well, great.
camera
I
too.
appreciate
I've
you,
never walked We'll take you down here. In just a
Scott.
moment.
Thank you so much again for coming out.
We'll
33
take you
years.
down here in
You
just
will
a
have an
moment.
article out, Seguin Gazette, on either late tomorrow or Sunday morning, right? Sunday morning paper. So look for that. Always love reading and enjoy that. Garrett, man, love working with you.
Oh yeah, no, this is a great time. Fun time.
Great times. Hank, I don't know if
Putting
we'll
it all
see you
together.
back in the booth or I'll be with
Right.
Garrett again.
Yeah,
Either
hopefully.
way, we got a Dieter Cup here
Yeah.
in the booth. So I'm good, and hopefully we
Yeah,
got
you-
some of the internet issues worked out. And,
Well,
Yeah, sorry about
we
that.
still got a lot of work to do with that, but I'm live right there with you guys. So hey, I'm looking for the player of the game. And
that's
so,
right.
well,
Player of the game.
I
Player of the
have
game.
one up, and I'm just going to see if you're going to agree with me from what I saw tonight. I'm going to let y'all talk about it real quick. I'll mute you,
Yeah, go ahead.
and then we'll talk about it, and we'll come right back.
Okay. All right, so we're back. Player of the game tonight is, and I'll let Garrett take this one. But player of the game,
It's got to go to Trotty, 100%.
Dylan Trotty, the
Dylan
junior, number 5. Man, I mean,
I think he made a lot of good big plays when he needed to, and I mean he ran the ball hard every time he touched the ball. He had that burst of speed, that quickness that you love to see, and I mean he was getting positive plays, and yeah, I think he had the touchdown that really changed the momentum of this game and really put the Panthers in a good spot to win this football game. So that's why I think he deserves player of the game.
yeah, that's right. Dylan Trotty is the Navarro Panther Network player of the game junior. I mean, you said it best. I mean, he's electric when he touches the football, and then just the burst of speed, and like I said earlier, you get past that initial wave, and man, you get into that second level, third level, and it's sometimes just making one guy miss, right?
Oh yeah, no,
And
it's deadly.
and so looking for big things here from Dylan. Dylan had 7 rushes for 118 yards and one huge, I think it was 90 plus yards for a touchdown. So, Peyton Helford played a great game.
Yeah,
Colorado Kenaway came away in the first half with a great interception. So, tough decision.
Yeah, tough
right?
decision. I
Tough
was thinking
decision.
about the interception as well in
Yeah.
my mind. I was like, man, that was a big play of the game. I think, and I did think Peyton, he played an excellent game.
Yeah.
Statistics, I don't know. I mean, it didn't jump out the page, but I think Scott said it the
he
best.
had 9 rushes for 59 yards, and then he had 69 yards
in the air.
But he didn't make any mistakes. And then for a
Yes.
sophomore,
Yes.
he didn't
turn over the ball.
That's right. And for his first game on the varsity level. So, I love it. But anyways, we're going to sign off. It's been a great night.
Oh yeah, lots
Garrett,
of fun.
great. Panthers are 1-0, folks.
Yes,
and
sir.
QR code in the bottom right.
yeah, we got a QR code in the bottom right corner of the screen. Appreciate all the donations. They go to the Navarro Panther Network, the students, and help support this broadcast week in and week out, not only for football, for all athletic sports here at Navarro, and even our fine arts department. We do a play here a couple times a year as well. So
yeah, I mean, big shout out to the students.
right,
The students, Hank Dieter,
Yep.
Everyone that's involved with the Navarro Panther Network and putting this production together. I mean, obviously the internet issues kind of, wasn't the best thing, but I think if we would have been able to, the production that we were able to put out, the production that we will be putting out in the future is going to be an excellent production team, and it's going to be some really good, exciting things happening for this Navarro Panther organization and community.
absolutely. So Panthers 1-0. That's what we love to hear after one game, and great season opener here from Irwin Lee Field here. 2024 Panthers, they win tonight, 35-14 over the Floresville Tigers. My name's Lance Blackburn. I'm going to sign off tonight. We've got Hank Dieter in the production, Garrett Dieter here doing the color tonight. Thank you, good night, and God bless.